Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. We've got a great session for you today. There might be some dragon slaying, there might be some weddings, there could be anything happen.
True.
You're right. It could be a horrible session. These might be empty campaign promises, and it's designed to hype you up. You shouldn't listen to me. So,
Good times.
Where did we leave off, Koibu? Nick, fix your HP.
Last we left, the
full HP,
party
okay.
had slain Georg the Wraith. They had spoken to their mother about what's going on here, about her. You had hired or talked about hiring some guards. You had worked out some of the logistics of your servants. You'd visited your new house that still needs to be, improved a little bit because you're just coming out of ignominy, I think is the right word here.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's about what happened last time.
Cool. Anton will go up to his brothers. Hey, I know that we're about to set off for Nome. However, I want to get my clerical people who are loyal to us. He looks at Tyrell and
Clerical people? Wait, you mean
the people from the Red Coast.
there's pirates? I remember them, yeah. They seem to be obsessed with you.
They were obsessed with Velthara, correct. I want to move those devout followers into every single temple inside Drekis.
Wow.
I think
To what end?
Well, it would allow us to win the hearts and the minds of the people. It would be goodwill, and it would let us be able to hear things from every region of this land. It would also please Velthara very much if I did this and allow me to help the people help themselves with their notions of vengeance.
How would it look to the common folk or to the religious folk of the land if clerics of Velthara were being moved into every single temple? Does this not appear as though an obvious takeover?
These would be priests of Velthara, and it would be probably, I would hope, looked at positively. We're bringing in lots of money to these temples. A lot of them are probably...
Wait,
all
how
of them
are we
are
How are we bringing money into the temples?
Probably have to pay to house these people. But
We're
I
gonna be
imagine
providing a generous donation of 1 gold per day to every single one of these.
with
temples.
money comes promises, though, no? Will people not look at that as though we're looking for favors or something?
They will probably look at it that the 3 McGarry brothers are,
Patrons
generously moving
of the
around.
church.
Yeah, patrons of the church.
Patrons of every single church across the entire land as we move in people into every single church?
We can't afford that. A gold
We
per day for
absolutely can't afford it.
every temple in Drekis? Are you mad?
It's only 7,000 gold. That's probably 1 magical item
7,000 gold for
per
a
year.
week?
Per year.
Oh. Wait. Is it 1 temple per town?
There's
it
19
one-
temples.
Oh,
He's
okay.
talking about one
The major
temple
temple.
in
Main
every
temple.
town.
Yeah.
Okay. 7,000 gold, though, Anton. I mean, listen, I'm not the one who keeps track of the finances, but isn't that quite a lot? Do we have that, Tyrell?
Of course, we have it. We can afford it. It's just a matter of if it's strategically wise to do so. Seems as though we invite a lot of prying eyes into our family business if we're moving clerics into
Less
every single
about
temple.
the family and more about me doing my stuff as a Velthara cleric.
You must know at this point that everything you do reflects upon the McGarry name. All three
I
of us
agree
wear
with
that
that.
name proudly and loudly, so anything that you do is going
Correct.
to be a reflection of the family.
Our
Our
brother is an
patronage
avatar
will
of
be...
his god. It makes sense for him to act in the interests of the church. I think it's an expensive bill.
I mean, it makes sense for him to support and further the wishes and desires of Velthara in a temple of Velthara, but in every single temple. Does that not look?
All temples are dedicated to every god. There's no single temple dedicated to Velthara. Not yet, at least.
Well, Anton, I mean, I'm prepared to spend our money on this, but you got any ideas to make some more so you can maybe pay the gold back? 'Cause I suppose when we kill all these dragons, we'll be catching some gold from them.
We're pretty flush with cash right now. It's just tied up in items. We should be able to... Well, I have to go to the Red Coast for a few days to train them and explain what's going on. So maybe when we're up there, we could go kill the brown dragons and raid their horde. Test out these new weapons. He points to his amulet, which has Bloodstinger inside of it. Does Bloodsinger get excited at all with talk of killing brown dragons?
Yeah, you can feel like your whole chest begins to vibrate just a little bit, just kind of like.
And so far, I still haven't heard any response from the bow, right? It's just chilling with me.
Yeah, it's as if the bow does not speak or is incapable of it. Has not communicated with you. You have not communicated with it. You're just both present.
Okay, well,
I would say if you think this is a wise idea, I'd say run it by Mother. If she approves, I'll release the funds to you. I think we have enough from our adventures. Of course, you can do it without it taking from the family budget. I would just say since Mother's the one running our affairs here, it might be good to run it by her first, but...
That makes sense.
I'll call Mother in.
But wait. One thing though, Anton. These people, they weren't priests. They were pirates.
There were priestly people inside. Not all were pirates.
You think there was like 19, 20 of them that would
There's like
pass
hundreds
as
of
priests?
people, so... Even if there's like 5 of them that pass as priests, those 5 people can train people. Might take time. I don't expect that they're going to move in tomorrow. But yeah, I think it'll be fine.
All right, yeah.
Anton calls for Mother.
Yes, she will arrive. Anton.
Mother, we wanted your guidance on this. I'm planning on moving my followers into every single major city temple. It's going to cost about 7,000 gold a year, but I think it will win the hearts and minds of not only the clerics and priests of these temples, but with a donation of 1 gold per day in each one, I think it'll also trickle down to the common folk. Do you think this wise? Do you have any issues with this?
All the great lords make some amount of tribute or donations to church and charitable causes, primarily in the lands in which they live, but those who wish to be truly great lords and ladies donate across the whole kingdom. I think it would raise our family prestige significantly, as a gold a day donation is quite generous.
I nod to Tyrael.
Fair enough.
Mother, have you heard anybody talk to you and raise any concern about the, I guess, climbing that we've done recently in the social ladder? Has anybody expressed any concern to you about any of this? Or more specifically, about the aspirations of any of the 3 of us, your 3 sons? You can be frank with us, please.
No, the only person to have said anything about that at all would be your father. He expressed some concerns about drawing too much attention to the family, which I told him were, well, we're dragon slayers now.
I shake my head.
His father at all?
I shake my head in disgust a bit. I'm not talking about father. I don't care what his wishes or thoughts were. As you know, our household has climbed in prestige quite significantly over the past 12 months. I'm more wondering if any other nobles, or perhaps even your sister, was a bit worried or shaken that we seem to have climbed the social ladder so quickly in such a short amount of time. Just want to make sure that we're not stepping on anybody's toes and that we tread lightly as we advance our family.
Anton will laugh a little bit and say, half jokingly, basically what he's trying to ask is anybody afraid that we're going to go for the crown?
I shoot a bad look over to Anton. A disapproving look.
It's a bit dramatic, Anton.
If Her Royal Highness, Queen Valuria Wick,
Your sister.
did not want to raise our family, she would not have assigned you to be dragon slayers. I presume, since that's all we have to go on, that she knew very well this would either end in your deaths or your glory and fame. And I see no reason why we should hide from this. As
You miss
for-
father, Mother? I ask as after, I guess, she speaks.
You do seem in awfully good spirits.
Well, we have a new house. There are things to be done. I have purpose in my life. I feel fulfilled like I have not in years. Many, many years.
Neal, a little question here. Our mother must have an old friend, right? A friend that she's known her whole life from when she was a kid.
Your sister.
Not a sister, a separate person. Someone that might have been there.
Yeah. Her fall from grace would probably have burned most of her bridges with her friends, but there might be a few people who she's managed to maintain a relationship with that she knows for a very long time. They're probably not like super best friends anymore, that they like go out and do things together. But she certainly.
I'm more interested in someone that she was friends with at the time.
Yes, there are some other families nearby that she would have known, and some people who are about her age now that are still
Do I know
around
these
that would have
people,
known her.
or would I have to ask her about
Certainly.
them?
Yeah,
Okay,
you would
that's
have been
fine.
introduced to these folks and seen them on the rare occasion and heard her speak of them.
That's fine. That's all I want to know.
Mm-hmm. Did you want to do anything about these people?
Once this conversation's finished, I will maybe go and, if they're just over the road or whatever, I might go and speak to one of these people.
Sunderland families nearby.
Sunderland.
As for anyone's concerns about aspirations for the throne, considering that the McGarry family gave it away once, I doubt there's any concern that people would try to grab it back, especially since there is no more claim and there is no support for anyone here to take the throne.
Good one.
It's such an impossible long shot, I doubt it's the concern of many. Only those most paranoid.
Okay, why not?
You hear that, Anton? Paranoid. I told you again, paranoid.
Those paranoid of us, Imric, like Ark Sambar is.
My two brothers here jest. I think it's best that we go and we take care of the errands that we need to run now. I am going to release.
One thing,
What?
Fun. Well, speaking of paranoia, I have heard from my sister, and probably who got this from her advisors, and she points to your amulet, MrMouton, that piece of equipment around your neck is the sort of thing to make people paranoid. Have you considered taking it off for a time? Maybe clearing your thoughts?
I don't know how you would have heard this from your sister advisors. This amulet has never been looked at by anyone other than myself. But
certainly someone has seen it and figured out what it is, because my sister is well aware of it and has mentioned it to me, saying that I had best not sit around it too much, that it may twist my mind.
Our mother is right. While we're in town and safe, perhaps it would do you some good, even if it's just for a few days to clear your head.
You will not tell me what to wear. This is a gift from my god.
I understand.
Okay?
I understand. It's just advice, Anton.
You understand nothing, and Anton will stand up and stomp out. I will not be taking a gift from my patron deity off under any circumstance. Is that understood? This will cease now, this conversation.
As you wish.
I chuckle and I say, perhaps he needs another mouse to talk to.
They were the good old days.
Good old days.
Well, I'm going to go.
I have shopping to do.
I would like to.
I'll walk you out, Mother.
Before Mother leaves here, I will remove.
7,000 gold.
I have 20 rubies that I think we said were valued at 500 each. So 35 of these would be the 7,000 gold. Or wait, that math is wrong.
14.
14 of these would be the 7,000 gold she needs. So I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, so I'm removing 14 of these from my bag. 14 rubies, and I've given them to Yield Mum.
I will be going to the Red Coast in the next few days with, I'll point at them, and I will bring 19 people back at some point ready to be dispatched to whichever cities and places you see fit, Mother.
I shall draw up a list. The closest ones will be the easiest to work with. I expect Crublin and Cronwick to be the most difficult to reach. But once you have the clerics in mind, or the priests, or whatever the details are, we shall extend our reach and our patronage across the whole of the land.
Okay. I think it sounds like Emmerich wants to do something with Mom.
Yeah, I'm leaving to go and find the Sunderland family, but if she's leaving to go shopping, I'll leave with her too.
Okay.
Certainly. She's headed out with a couple of the maids and a couple of the footmen to go take a look at fabrics for drapes and blinds and carpets for the house.
I don't know if we need to walk through this, but before we leave here, I want to give the +3 chainmail and that gold dragon armor to the Elven Ambassador guy to see if they can do that combination spell on it to carry the enchantment over.
Yeah, he'll take a look at it. He's got a sad look on his face at the gold dragon armor. He looks at the chainmail, looks up at you, Tyrael. Give me a charisma check.
Charisma check? I'm a dragon
Give me a
slayer.
charisma check.
I'm a dragon slayer.
Yeah, you are. You keep shouting that into the void.
I'm a
That's
charismatic dragon slayer. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Bigly Koibu, 29.
Very charismatic.
Alongside, he shoves them back towards you across the table and tells you that his people will not desecrate the gold dragon's corpse this way. They will have nothing to do with it.
Are there other people that know of this type of magic?
Really high-level wizards.
Yeah.
He will not help you in this endeavor or answer questions that affect at this point in time.
What kind of elven ambassador leads us to weapons meant to kill dragons and then recoils in disgust once we've killed dragon slayers and recovered their artifacts?
True. This is a beta male.
Yeah. What sort of elven ambassador would do that?
Your wisdom, I say sarcastically, I guess is just many years advanced beyond my foolish human wisdom. I guess I will never understand your ways. I'll leave and I'll kick him in the face. No, I won't. Wait, could I offer instead then? Could I say, could I give him the green dragon armor and then the chainmail and say, will you combine these two?
That'll be fine. Happily do the green dragon scale, not the gold. Gold dragons are good dragons. They don't want to be desecrating their corpses. Happy to let you do anything you want with the green dragon armor.
Interesting.
We need to stop this notion that gold dragons are good dragons.
Okay,
Gold dragons
I
don't
want
do
a
anything.
list of every single spell component. I hope none of the spells these elves cast ever use like unicorn horns or anything from good creatures, okay? Because I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be triggered. But okay, I'll give him the +3 chainmail and then the green dragon armor, I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
And last time, I think there was some other thing that you gave them as payment for this process because it is time-consuming, expensive, requires high-level
We gave them a
mages and
blue
everything.
dragon armor for this.
Okay. So what would you want to offer them as payment for this extremely difficult and expensive task they're doing on your behalf?
Well, would they like another blue dragon armor?
Totally. Yeah, they'll take it.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Done.
Swimming in dragon armor and soon to have a lot more, so.
Okay.
I wonder if I know it doesn't necessarily give any heat resistance, but I wonder if armor made from red dragon scales, along with some sort of elven magic, could be made into like fire resistance.
I think the book specifically says no about like the red dragon scales and stuff.
It says the scales themselves don't give fire resistance, but I feel like if you were going to make fire resistant armor, making out of the scales of red dragon would be a good place to start.
The green dragon armor is 12 AC. That's the highest besides the gold, which is 15, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
this will
that's
bring
this.
up to the gold level.
50 in AC armor, which is insane.
Can you keep stacking enchants?
No.
There's only one enchant per item?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one
It
like
swaps enchantments. It won't
Yeah.
add enchantments together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Could
I
you,
don't think
this
I
is
have
like,
any-
maybe this is a long shot. Could you add like the robe of scintillating colors, that enchantment to like a dragon armor?
That one probably wouldn't switch. That one is probably tied specifically to the thing, but protection can be moved between appropriate pieces of gear, no problem.
Okay, gotcha. All right, that's all I wanted.
What about, let's say you've got a ring of fire resistance. Could you add the +2 protection from a ring of protection onto the ring of fire resistance so that it then does both?
Don't think so. I think steel enchantment or whatever we're talking about needs a non-enchanted item to move things to.
Okay. Cool. All right, cool. I think I'm done with that. Then I give them that. It takes about a month for them to do that, or how long?
He says he's not entirely sure, but it's probably between 4 and 8 weeks.
Okay.
What is the element of the brown dragon's breath weapon?
Acid.
Acid?
Oh, acid. You said this already. Sorry.
This is why we've got 4, but the black dragon is acid as well.
Well, I have acid resistant spell.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
I also have a lot of oil of acid resistance potions. I think 4 of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should probably save that for the black dragon though, because we are going to need to kill that black dragon.
Okay.
But if Anton's got spells, that's perfect.
Here we
Well,
go.
it's only one round per level, so.
To answer your question about the moving enchantments, it moves an enchantment from one magical item to a non-magical items. The two items must be of the same category, so like a blunt weapon or an edged weapon or a ring or an amulet or a shield or an armor or wand, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you couldn't move like the cloak enchantment to armor or a ring enchantment to a necklace.
Could you move like a +5 enchantment to like one of these dragon weapons? Or does that count already?
If you had a +5 weapon and then move it to the the dragon weapon would have to be non-magical.
Okay, gotcha.
In order
Okay.
to move the enchantment.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I get to see the Sunderland household now.
Yes.
I will walk across the street. Probably, if we're in our little new warehouse house, I probably have to walk back into the nice part of town to get there. Mm-hmm. And I eventually get to their estate. I guess I go up to the front gate. And I don't know if I open it or if there's a person there or something.
Yes, you can walk in through the gate to the garden, give a knock at the door, and a servant will come and open it for you. Look out and look you up and down and say, "Ah, Lord McGarry.
Hello
What
there.
is it you have here?"
I was hoping to speak to the lady of the household. She used to be a good friend of my mother's, I believe, back in the day.
Yes, I do believe I recall seeing a young lady. He pauses over the name McGarry walking around our house as a child.
It would have been Wick then.
He just grumbles without saying anything, but yeah.
Yeah,
You've upset him.
I have upset him. That's okay. He's
He
upset me.
doesn't know how to handle the social situation.
Yeah.
That this is too complex for him. So he grunts and waves you in and says, "I shall get the lady of the house. If you would please just wait here." Points you
Thank
to
you.
a nearby parlor, and within 3 minutes, Mary Sunderland has entered the house, or entered the room. She's about the same age as your mom, in her 50s somewhere. She's got a nice frock on. Not too ornate, not too gaudy, but, tasteful and classy. She looks at you and says, "Well, what could possibly bring you to our house, young Mr. McGarry?"
Lady Sutherland, it's great to see you. I think I've seen you around town, perhaps in the church from time to time. You look wonderful. I take her hand and kiss her hand or whatever, and then sit down at the table. Maybe pull a chair out for her. Please take a seat.
So your mother has trained you well. You've become quite the upstanding young gentleman, it seems.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I'm sure you'll have heard about town of the unfortunate passing of my father recently.
Yes, I have. My condolences.
I was hoping to write a poem for my mother about their love story, and it struck me that I've not really spoken to anyone that knew her at the time that she met my father, and I was hoping that maybe I think that the two of you were good friends back then. That whole part of my mother's life, because of, well, as you could understand, the circumstances are quite complicated, and they've always kept stum about them around us kids. But I think we're old enough now, given what we've been through. I didn't want to ask Mother directly, obviously, didn't want to ruin the surprise. So I thought maybe I could speak to you about it for a little while. What was she like? Where did they meet? Did she make the decision lightly?
Well, I don't know how much you know about your mother as a child. If my children are any judgment, then probably not at all. Your mother, when she was quite young, was a... she had a strong desire to see what it would be like in the streets as a normal person. She spent most of her life here in the castle and was trained from a young age to be a governor, a queen. She was never particularly enchanted by that idea. The ins and outs of politics and family negotiations were not her strongest suit, and she did not do very well in study or lessons. She had trouble sitting still on the throne next to the former monarch. And one of these little outings that she managed to... At the time, we thought we were sneaking out of the castle, but there's no way that would have been true. I am the
They
belief
must
that we
have
were
known.
let out and watched from a distance safely. But in one of these situations, she made her way to a tavern and found a young McGarry boy outside waiting for their parents. The two of them hit it off, and I'm sure she's told you the rest of the story since then. Whirlwind romance, fell in love that first night, insisted that they get married. Parents wouldn't have it, neither of their parents would, and eventually
why-
when it came, yes?
Why was she forced to abdicate because of this? My father was a noble, if I recall, or at least a minor noble. Or is that not true?
No, they were a minor noble is a polite way of saying it. Yes. They owned lands. They had titles, but they owned no more lands. They had no more money. The McGarry family, all of 7 of them were living in a small 3-room house in the craftsman district. She
Yeah.
says with hesitation and kind of like, this is the low-ranking place.
Yeah. Wait, that's where we're living now, isn't it?
You're next to
No.
the merchant district.
Okay, that's all right then.
And it's like a nice house in the a large building in the merchant district rather than like a tiny place in the craftsman district.
Fucking
Okay.
Cartos.
Well,
Yes, and it would not have done well for. It would not have shown good judgment on the behalf of the new queen to do this. It would have put the royal family in a bit of a bind where people lost faith in their leadership and judgment. The new mother was not particularly interested in ruling to begin with. So when a love of her life, who she could only marry if she left the throne, came along, it was an easy decision for her. Although, let me tell you, I counseled her against it. Even at our young age, I realized this was a grave mistake she was making. No offense to your father. May the gods
no
rest his soul.
offense taken. And I'd say you were probably right, but if you'd have convinced her, perhaps I wouldn't be standing here now, so I don't want to tempt fate.
Certainly.
Well, thank you for your time. I think
Is that all you need for your love poem? That doesn't sound particularly romantic to me.
Well, I'm just at the early stages. I'll probably come and visit you again. I need to discuss my brothers.
Well then, if that is all, she gets up, walks you to the door, escorts you out, and you can be back in the streets.
Okay. Well, that satisfies me at least of any concerns, and I will now head to the keep. I need to go and speak to Arksombar without having to tell the other two that I was going there. Not that I'm doing anything suspicious, but I just don't want to have them caution me against it. So I go up, and I don't think I need an invitation. I think I can just go and knock on the door, right?
Yeah. You get into the castle. You can get a chance to meet with Arksombar. She is, of course, busy during all times, so there's a lot of waiting around for her to become free for you, and then when it happens, you are brought into her room. Tea is served. You can hear an apprentice shuffling around upstairs.
Arksombar, I have had a breakthrough with a new spell. I thought perhaps you would like to see it. And I'll open my spellbook to the teleport spell and say,
Of course.
I think I have attained a new level of knowledge. Do you have access to teleport?
It is in the library of books, she says, gesturing to the wall beside her, that I keep.
Well, now that I have made this breakthrough, I was wondering if perhaps it's more difficult for me to find spells of this level from elsewhere in the city. And I think you may be the only, or your library here may be the only source of such magics. I wondered if I could peruse your collection.
Give me a charisma check. Let's see how these things have been going thus far.
Give him a 1.
He's gonna
Fuck
roll a
Roxanne,
good.
bye.
He's gonna roll a good. Yeah, there it is.
That was okay. Your 29 didn't work, so.
Oh no, I needed to roll on
Like net
Oh
20.
no, the 29 did work. If you had failed your charisma check, they would have taken the armor and then just kept it and never given it back to you and been like, "Fuck this guy. We don't respect him enough to like even tell him we won't do this." We're just gonna
Jesus.
Koibu, if you
Oh, we
want us
would've
to,
went to war.
if you want us to kill the
Hell.
elves too, Koibu, just tell us. You can just DM me that.
Tell us.
Steven, I really want you to go and fucking kill all the elves. We would do it, Koibu, if that's what you want. It's okay.
That's crazy, man.
I just want to know that you're having a good time, you know?
Yeah.
Burn their forest down like they burnt them down in
True.
the other place.
Yeah, fucking burn that.
I heard that elven ears sell for
Some-
1,000 gold each.
Somber considers you and says, "My Lord McGarry,
Yes.
I could
Oxford.
provide you with access to some of these books. I could create a short list of spells that I would feel comfortable giving you access to, and we could do this, but are you really satisfied with your progress if you are just copying other people's works and not creating anything for your own?"
What do you mean? Unfortunately, Oksama, I don't have the privilege to be able to sit and study all day. I have tasks to attend to in the lands, battles to fight. The life of a adventuring wizard is not the same as an archmage. I'd hoped that I could
true.
rely on you to help me in this matter. Last time we spoke, you implied that
Yes,
I was
will
welcome to
help
study
you.
with you.
You are welcome to study with me, and I will help you in this endeavor. Scoria is the bane of our existence at this moment. She needs to be brought low at any and all costs, and any spells that will help you further that end, I will assist you with.
Step 1.
I can help you too. I've come across a curious book in my travels that has magic in it that I've yet to decipher, that perhaps maybe you could make sense of. I only
Yes.
offer this since you seem hesitant to share your power with me. Perhaps a show of good faith from myself would encourage you that we are on the same side here.
How many shows
You
of good
must
faith?
forgive me, young Lord McGarry. I have spent my whole life working to attain these spells and these magics of my own accord. It has been a lifelong pursuit to get here, and I feel, what is the word? When someone else is gaining all the benefits of your hard work off of your sweat of your brow, it feels jealousy, envy, resentment to see one profit off of my
understand,
entire
but-
life's work.
You would not want my life, Oxamba. The life you're accustomed to is, so, like I was saying, it's so different to mine. You'd grow bored with the travel, grow tiresome with the battles.
Certainly, and my duty here is to protect our kingdom. I am the Archmage of Wicthron Rarenta, capital of Drekis, and I will do all in my power to bring Scoria low. If that means aiding you with any type of spell, then I will do that. But at the end of the day, I am still a woman who has had my own ambitions and my own struggles, and the two are sometimes difficult to weigh against each other. I am an imperfect person who does not always make good decisions, Lord McGarry, but I will help you with this.
I understand. I don't know if we already did this. Did we add a hotness roll on Oxamba?
I would like a hotness roll, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's warranted at this point. Since she's talking about herself as a woman, you know.
Yeah.
Now that she identifies as a woman, we you know, Pride Month and all, we should roll for hotness.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Nick, we need greater invis for these dragons.
It's
It's
just
time.
you're just trying to stir the pot.
No, we need it for these brown dragons. We're gonna get ganked by 3 of them.
We don't need it. We're gonna gank there.
Arc Somber is a solid 7.
Okay,
Not good,
I put that thought to the back of my mind. I was going to ask her if she needed, as a woman, if she needed help with anything else, but there's no need for that. All right. Well, I will show her the Alkaiser spellbook. I'll pull it out of my bag. I'll get a knife or something to turn the pages and say how it sort of drains your strength to look at it for the first time. And I'll flick to where I'm up to, which is the level 5 spell, so just after Feeble Mind.
Where did you get this? Is this wasn't
It belonged to Babylon.
This is Babylon's book.
Yes, although I'm not sure it was his originally. It seems a little bit dark for his hand, but perhaps he acquired it somewhere.
Certainly. She gingerly like reaches for it and pauses a good 6 inches away and looks to you for permission.
Yeah, I leave it and I stand up and go to the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start pulling out books from the fifth circle of magic if I can, Neil, if it's labeled in such a way.
There is a row of shelves that looks like it is written in a newer script that is organized by circle. And then there are, above that, are older books that are probably, individual other wizard spell books that have then been copied down into these ones here.
So what are we talking about here? Does she literally have every spell?
No, she doesn't have every spell, but she has many. I can create a list of spells for you. I didn't have that on hand for this moment.
I have a list of spells that I want. Could we go through them and you could tell me
Yeah.
which ones are in the list?
Yeah, is Improved Invis on that shelf?
Just from level 5 spells, the 9 spells that I wanted. 2-6. Teleport I've already got. Seeming. I can briefly tell you what they do if you would like. Seeming lets you change like a group of people into basically to look like anything else for 12 hours. Like an illusion.
Yes, seeming is on the list.
Okay, if she won't let us have Improved Invisibility, there's almost no shot she lets us have that, right?
What spell is he
That seems...
trying to get?
Seeming lets you look like any other group of people for like 12 hours.
Not like specific people, but it's like we could disguise ourselves as orcs or as women.
as like castle guards.
Yeah. Prying eyes. Yeah. This is one that summons like a large collection of like floating invisible eyes that like span out in all directions and then they come back and like tell you what they've seen.
Yes, prying eyes is on the list.
Advanced illusion.
What does that do?
It's just like really powerful illusions. Heat, touch, sound.
No, that is not on the list.
Okay. Lower resistance. Just lowers magic resistance.
That is... Sorry, I need to check one thing before we get there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I won't learn all of these anyway, but these are my ideal 9.
Right. Okay, cool. Sorry, which one were we looking at?
Lower resistance.
Where's my list that I've generated here? Yes, lower resistance is on the list.
Next one. This is the one she might have issue with. Cloud kill.
Cloudkill is on the list. You can find it in a book. You'll have to talk to her about procuring it, but...
I'll write just yes for now. Improved blink.
Improved blink. Yep, that's there too. Wow, you're picking all... I generated a list that is only like 15 spells long, and you were hitting almost all
Really?
of them.
That's weird. Khazid's procurement.
That's also on the list.
Fabricate.
Yep.
And finally, pass wall.
I don't see it. No.
Okay. So, I think, unless you will let me take these books away, I'm probably going to be spending some time here learning some spells.
Yeah, she won't let you take them out of the library. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, so you can maybe switch
to go
back
do the Red Coast ship?
What, and kill the dragons without me? I don't know about that.
No, I don't think we'd do that. But
You can go there and do the first bit. I mean, I can always teleport to you guys anyway. When it's dragon slaying time, if you could find a way to message me. Don't know how you would.
sure. I mean, you would know like how long it takes to get there. You know, Anton's probably gonna need about a week to do shit with these people. Maybe he can get Tyr on board with training some of them.
I could meet you there in a month.
A month.
That's
Or, like,
really long.
3 weeks. It takes like a week to get there, 2 weeks to train the people.
Is it going to take us that long to get there?
little
Depends
less.
how you go.
Yeah, we'll call it like a 6 days to get there. 5
Wait,
days.
where are we?
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
guys are
We're in Wick.
Hold on.
It's hard for you to get down from the Dragon's Lair without me.
Really?
Yeah, because I've been flying us down, but how do you get down on foot?
yeah.
How long?
So 95
5 days.
95 miles, going about 40 miles a day on your boat would be 3 days to get there, or like 2 days and change. If you could get a ship there immediately, add another day, add another like D3 days for finding a ship to get there, because not everyone is always available at all times. So 5 days, 6 days, something like that.
And then we'll train them for like a week or 2. Is that fine? 2 weeks of training? And we can scout out where the dragons are, so he knows exactly.
Yeah, that's
2 weeks of training to become a priest.
Well,
to
You
get
need
them
more than
going.
2
there
weeks
is there is probably a person there who is like probably a priest, right?
Yeah, there
I
can
can
be
help-
priests there, definitely.
I can help train them to like make sure that they can train the other people effectively. So I'll train like 2 people who are already kind of priests at like what I want, and then they will go on for the future to train the others, and then the others will be priests, and then they'll move down. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna train the people on what I want.
sure. That'll get us most of the way there. When you get there and talk with these people, we'll work out the exact final details, but that's a ballpark plan.
Is Tyrael okay with us then?
I guess. So how long are we going to be spending over there altogether?
We're gonna be 3 weeks there, kill the dragons when Nick comes, and then we go to Gnome and kill the other dragon.
Does Nick, when you teleport, is it just yourself? Or can you
No,
teleport
I can
another person?
teleport. I could bring you if you want, yeah.
Can you bring 3 people or 1 person?
I could bring 3 people, yeah.
Okay.
I might try to find stuff around here to do, just because that sounds like so much time for me, just literally sitting around
That's
doing
fine, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anton can do his shit up here then.
Yeah, I'll
If
stay
Anton
around.
goes by ship anyway, we can use the amulet to go to the Dragon's Lair and be there easy.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Amulet or Anton will go on his journey then and say see ya. And
Do we have any way, before you leave, we ought to have some way of emergency contacting each other. We don't travel separately very often. It would be good if we had a way to get in.
American sending or whatever himself. He can.
I could project self to you, or I could scry on Anton.
That's not good enough. If he gets caught in a
midnight?
situation where he needs immediate help, he needs a way to reach out to us.
I don't really have a way to reach out. I'm pretty sure.
There's no magical item. He couldn't take the scrying orb. There's no spell. There's no...
You could take the scrying orb, Anton, and use it to scry on me. Could a cleric use it, Neal? Or not?
The
I
crystal
have
ball?
divination magic
Yeah.
next level. Yeah.
Because if he scries on me, chances are I'll probably notice.
Some items are class locked. There's not actually a list of which ones are class locked. It's supposed to be sort of intuitive, which it's fucking not. I would expect a crystal ball to probably be class locked, though.
Why don't we... That's a good point. Why don't we give Anton the amulet so that if he gets himself in shit, he can just teleport to the Dragon's Lair?
And just stay in there until we teleport there?
Yeah, and then we can teleport there and...
Cool with that.
Sure, we can scry
Crystal
in there,
balls,
like,
wizard only.
we can scry in there twice a day, at sunrise and sunset. Make sure that he's
Yeah.
not in there, and then if he's not, we assume everything is okay.
Yeah,
And then how are we
Sure.
going to get over to him? Just teleport?
we could just use basic teleport, yeah.
Okay.
Although there won't be a great spot to teleport Anton unless you can find like a 2-story building over there. Or maybe just like a platform that's built 10 foot in the air. Maybe you'd get
I'll
one of
make
them to
him.
build
I'll make
it.
him build something. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
I also want to bring the new soldier, Koibu. Remember how I wanted to hire 2 people?
The 2 people that you brought back from Solemn?
No.
Or-
Remember when we were hiring a guard or whatever?
Oh, the guard
Captain?
captain of the guard. You wanted to get
Yeah.
the old veteran and the new up and comer, right?
I want the up and comer to come with me and to train some people because I'm going to be bringing 8 people back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
so
bring him
it's
on a
probably
trip.
a good time to meet these 2 folks. The aged warrior, we have already rolled some stats for. The young one, here we go. They're both dudes.
Are we
Well,
rolling
they're both
46?
males.
D1?
For what?
Are we rolling 4061 or
Oh,
36?
no. I'll generate stats on the side. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to determine their gender right now. They're both males. Male dudes instead of female dudes. Cool. So we can meet the young man. His name is Bartico. And
I guess I'll go up to him, shake his hand. What
your hand,
weapon does he use? Is it a scimitar?
no, he uses he's a dual wielder. Arming sword and short sword is his preferred method.
Are we going to be giving him a gift as well, Tyrael? We gave the other guy shit.
Did we? Did we already give stuff?
I think you did.
You were gonna give the older gentleman
We gave him a +2 sword, didn't we?
Yeah.
right. You're giving
Yes.
him a +2 sword.
We already did. I believe we already subtracted it from the sheets and
Can
everything.
I give the younger gentleman a +1 sword?
Yeah, if you'd like to, sure.
That's chill.
I'm starting to run low on these, but yeah, go for it.
I'm going to give the younger gentleman a +1 long sword.
Mm-hmm.
I am subtracting that from the sheet.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anton McGarry, the cleric of Elthara, at your service. Or I guess you're at my service. I chuckle.
I'm at your service. Pleasure to meet you, Anton McGarry.
I'm gonna need you to pack your things, Bartico. We're gonna be going on a trip for a month.
I hear I didn't get the position as captain of the guard, so what is it exactly you need me for? What's the position?
You're going to be co-captain of the guard. We are going to be training you up. We have someone who is a little bit more experienced. And when we get back from our trip, he is going to train you up into one day being the captain of our guard. I think that is more than a fair arrangement. You get the experience you want. We build trust, and one day you will run this family's guard.
See. So you went with the old guy, huh? You need some backup in case he kicks it? I gotcha.
We went the experienced man to train you, the one who we really wanted.
Gotcha. Well, have you given him this magic weapon yet?
Yeah, I'll present it to him here.
Right. So at first he's a little gruff. He's a little bit maybe a little miffed that he didn't get the job. But when you offer him and present him a war blade for his personal use, he goes quiet and takes a knee before you, lowers his head, and says, "Lord McGarry, this is a great gift. I will happily serve your family for as long as you'll have me."
We'll have you for as long as you'll stay. Rise now, Barticus. We're going to be going to the Red Coast. I have some people you need to meet and some people you need to train.
We slaying Akubans? One of my favorite pastimes.
Not quite. Come with me and gather your things. Meet me here in 2 hours.
Of course. I will be there in 2. And Bartico gets up, heads out. You can see him hurrying through the streets to get back to his apartment to get his shit and get ready to go.
I will. We already talked to my brothers about this, so I'm not going to say goodbye to them. They already know. I'll say goodbye to Mother. Wish her well. Give her a hug.
You're not gonna say goodbye to your brothers?
Well, we already probably said goodbye, didn't we?
No, we didn't say
'Cause
goodbye. You just told us your plan. We didn't say goodbye yet.
Okay, then I will say goodbye to them. I got 2 hours, so I'll go seek them out in the house. All right, I'm gonna be going up to the Red Coast for a month with Barticus.
I want to give him a hug.
Yes, I'll take a hug.
Give him a hug, and I hold him on the shoulders, and I say, "Got a bit crazy lately. Of course, I still love you like a brother. Be careful. We don't separate very often. Whatever you do, stay safe."
Yeah, Anton, make sure you don't run into any of those knights.
I will.
As strong as you are, I don't think you could take a whole unit of them on your own.
Maybe not yet. I love you, Tyrael. Imric, love you, little brother. Man, it's been a year since I've left you guys. It's gonna be quite odd not being in your company.
Oh, give it a rest, you big sap. Go on. We'll see you
You
soon.
know, I only freak out sometimes because I care. You're the only 2 people I can trust in this world. I hope that does change, but we look out for each other.
We do, and we shall be reunited soon.
Right. All right. I put my hand out at Imric.
You put a hand out.
The amulet, Imric.
The amulet? Oh, right, yes. I take my amulet of recall off my neck and hand it to you.
I will put it in my bag. Feel free to scry me every day. Maybe project yourself once in a while, Emmerich. Maybe we could have a few conversations.
A little chat. Yeah, of course.
Good. I will be taking Bardicus with me. I grab, I don't know, 259 platinum. Put it in my equipment bag. I already had that, but... All right. If there's anything you need from me, I'm one project self away.
We'll see you shortly.
Emmerich, the
Yes.
greater invisibility potion, or the not potion
Spell.
spell would be very useful. I assume that these brown dragons are probably going to work together this time. Maybe think about getting it. If not, it's no big deal. Just think about it.
I seem to have improved relations between myself and Oxumbar slightly, so perhaps I'll broach the subject after a couple of weeks of study.
Then I will see you guys in a month.
Or not, if I have the spell, perhaps.
That is true. And we agreed that the scrying thing is class locked, Koibu?
Yeah, the orb is specifically calls out wizard only.
Ooh. All right. I will grab Bardicus, and we will set off.
Bartico.
I'm also going to take a +1 ring from the party sheet, just to have. I might want to hand that
I
out
am
to some-
Barticus.
I'm going to put that on my sheet now. Bartico, got it.
Bartico. Spelled bar taco.
I like it.
Named after the restaurant in town called Bar Taco. But who insists on saying we're not Bar Taco, we're called Bartico. So we all make fun of them endlessly, but they make great key lime pies and have great tacos.
You keep going back, so they're the ones at the final laugh.
Yeah, they're kind of full of themselves and yuppie like, but they call themselves Bartico, even though it's clearly Bar Taco, and it's literally a bar with seating around it for tacos.
There you go.
Fucking pretentious douchebags.
They're gaslighting you, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
You're like, it's clearly Bar Taco. It's like, it's not
It
Bar Taco.
really
it's Bar
is.
Taco. You're crazy.
I want a fine ship, Koibu.
A fine ship?
Yeah, a nice little sailboat that's going to take me up, you know?
Ooh.
Well,
You
not
want a fine
sailboat.
ship or a nice little sailboat? Those are two very different options.
How much is a fine ship to go up to the Red Coast?
Just like to chart to drop you off at the Red Coast and pick you up in a few weeks or something.
Just to drop me off.
It's just you and Bartico that are going, right?
Correct.
So a fine ship is going to be 3 gold a day for each of you. So 6 gold for 3 days will be 18.
Cool. I pay it. I'll take it off of my platinum that I have.
Yes. It will take you. Roll my dice here. They actually leave the day after you arrive in town, so it will be a quick journey. 2 days to Kershwick. 2.5 days to Red Coast.
I'm removing 9 platinum.
Cringe.
It is done. It is done. You're on your way to the Red Coast. Imric is learning magic. And Tyrael, what are you doing?
I'll check up on my duders, see if they've heard anything about the Voa people.
No,
you
your
also-
dude is already sent off. You sent them to go find the magic item and bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Are you wanting to
or
do weapon
deploy them.
proficiency stuff here? I don't know if Koibu will let you 100%, but...
Oh, so I have 2 slots used to bows. Is there a bows expertise?
Yes, there
Does
is
it
a
gain
bow
anything?
expertise.
I have it. It's pretty good, but I'm pretty sure you're only allowed expertise
you
in
can
one
only-
item, one weapon. Which
that
you got in
true?
sword.
Yeah.
I
Let
think
me
so.
double check. You can only get specialization in one weapon.
Oh, that's
so I
true.
think
Yeah.
expertise might be the same, but I'm going to double check the
I thought
rules
we
on
don't
it.
get specialization at all if we're multi-class or something.
That is correct.
So
Expertise is the cheap version of specialization that doesn't give you everything. I mean, it might have slightly different rules. Expertise is a form of specialization available to non-fighters.
Hammer is one size smaller, Nick, than a sword, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Also, something to think about if you want to dual wield, you could maybe learn ambidextrous over this month.
There's
I
like
want
other
to
there's other proficiencies and shit I would need for, I think, because it's not.
All
just,
you would need is ambidextrous and 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah, so that's 2 I would need, right?
You would learn ambidextrous over this month for free, and then next level you get 2 weapon fighting with your thing. Just things to think about. You can do whatever. You probably need a hammer proficiency, but I think your dex might actually take care of the 2 weapon fighting. You might not need that.
Yeah, expertise is 1 item, 1 weapon type.
Okay. All right.
Do you have
trying to
extra
get-
slots that you want to use for weapons?
Do I have extra slots I want to use for weapons?
Yeah, do you have extra weapon slots that you haven't used yet?
Do I?
Or
I don't even know what that means.
Doesn't what we were trying to do here is mechanically get him a new slot because he's going to be here for a month. So like it would make sense to maybe be able to learn to use a hammer or to be ambidextrous. It's a lot of downtime, so
yeah.
you might be able to get a free slot here is what I'm going for.
Yeah, if you want to train in something, you want to learn something, you got some downtime, we can work on that. Or I don't know if you have other roguey things you want to do. You've got your 2 people that are learning the common tongue out here. They've been here for a while now, right? Because we've already done all of Nick's spell learning, and so you guys chilled in town for
It was like 2 weeks, yeah.
for like for a week and a half, something like that. I guess that's not that long. Okay, they've only really been here for like a week and a half, so their language skills are still limited.
Well, is there anything else we need real quick, or do we want to cut a break and then we can figure it out?
Yeah, let's break it.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Yo, all right. Our party takes to the sea and takes to the study. Let's do Mootin. You go to the
Can
Red
I-
Coast.
Divine in Kershwick real quick before we head out because you said we had a day or 2. I want to throw down a divination spell. Will my journey on the ship be a fortuitous one?
Okay, and your chance is 83, I think it is. Something like that. 80.
It's 83% because I use a call upon faith.
Right, okay.
And I know if it fails, I think.
Right, so it will succeed. And your journey, let's roll for it. High winds and stormy seas await.
Okay, then I will tell those ship people exactly that and say I'm canceling this voyage. And I'll check in like 3 days.
Well, this is an interesting thing. A Magari, a dragon slayer, and a cleric of Valthara that is known throughout the land at this point says, I want to book a passage on this ship, and then is like, wait, hold on.
I mean, I'll explain
changed
to
my
them what I
mind.
divined. So if they want to wait 3 days
Yeah.
and not risk their lives, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
I do explain to them, though.
Give me a charisma check with this explanation, because this is some pretty out there shit that they've never heard of. Someone being able to divine the future, and they are still a little uncertain about you.
Well,
With
wait
the
a second.
17
Can I, real quick, you're traveling from Kershwick up to the Red Coast, right?
Correct.
Is this really that dangerous? Even if it's stormy? Like, it's not like you're like way out to ocean or anything, right? Like, they should be
I just
okay.
don't want to risk it because I'm alone.
Okay.
Yeah, but how far out to sea do you need to be before it's deadly?
I just don't want to risk it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. So these guys will hear you say this, that you don't want to go, that it's too dangerous, that now is not the right time. And you can see like dark looks come across their face, and they whisper to you, what is it? Is Scoria coming through the shallow seas?
I divined with my deity Valthara, and it seems that I have a bad omen. I believe that there is going to be storms and high winds that may wreck the ship. I would prefer to check back in a few days.
The captain that you're talking to leans back and starts whispering with his first mate for a while, and they throw looks at you time to time, and then eventually like, well, cleric and dragon slayer, that's an interesting story you've got there, but it's summer, or the end of summer, early fall. Usually the storms don't come until late autumn. I think there must be some sort of mistake. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I wish you good luck. You may keep the 9 gold that I gave you. I'm a man of my word. I said I'd take this voyage. You can take the gold and go on your way. I will wait for another ship.
All right. That will delay your visit by a few days. Not a problem. We'll see what comes of that in a little bit.
Cool.
In the meantime, you wait a few days. Sure enough, a storm does hit the shallow sea. You can see it from Kershwick, this big dark cloud hanging overhead. It rains quite a lot in the early weeks of October here. And while you're waiting in Kershwick, where do you wait in town?
The finest tavern.
Yeah, that's what I thought you might say. So you're in this super fine tavern. And you overhear from the next table over, there's a couple of merchant ships, and they're talking about this crazy noble from the capital that came, tried to book passage, and then bailed on it because of a storm. They're clearly talking about you. This story that you told these guys must have spread from one ship captain to another. And the conversation turns a little bit more into this well, the nobles have found some sort of way of, foreseeing the future in the capital. It could be hugely beneficial to us. We should probably try and find this person. I bet we could work with them. I bet we could, with the right noble aboard our ship, we could avoid all the worst storms. We could get anywhere easily. Does anyone know who this person is? No. The so-and-so's already left. Well, if they make it through the seas, then when they come back, someone should find out who this nobleman is. Did you catch a name? No. Did you catch a name? No.
I don't really want them knowing where I'm going. So I'm just going to stay quiet and drink with my friend. I'll probably visit the local temple. And, I guess the next day I'll visit the local temple. I'll stay quiet. I don't want to say anything.
Okay. You don't bring it up?
No.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case, then, it's just a few days later and you're back in the Red Coast.
Okay. Before that, I'll visit the local temple in Kershwick. I'll go there. I'll make a donation of, 4 platinum.
Ooh.
Check out the Velthara shrine. Everything looking nice.
Yep. Velthar is standing there, head low, hood pulled up to the sides, a branding iron in one hand, a open palm in the other. You would recognize this as the statue form where if you're making an offering or a prayer to Velthara that you need vengeance upon someone or for something, you would come and put the coins in the statue's open hand with the hope that, in this case, it would be a branding iron would cause hot, fiery pain to your enemies. Other places might have a knife or a spear or poison or, some other item in the offhand as the delivery method. And you as the high, the most important Velthara cleric for miles and miles and miles would know that the vengeance isn't exactly working like this. You don't just give her some money and then someone gets hurt. But the thinking of the people here is put money in this hand and someone will get burned with the other hand.
I guess I'll stick around, see if anybody needs anything. If anybody goes to the Velthara section. Since I have 2 days here or something after the storm, I'll stick around and hang out, peruse.
Absolutely. A merchant does show up to Velthara's shrine, puts 3 silver coins in the main hand, takes a knee before the statue, and begins to whisper words towards Velthara's feet in hopes that vengeance may be brought.
What needs done? This is McGarry. Anton McGarry, cleric of Velthara. How can I be of service? Yeah.
The woman looks up at you, her eyes a little wide. I never expected Velthara's vengeance to be this swift. Bless the gods. Yes, Father McGarry. There's a man who wronged me and my family. He lied to us. He told us falsehoods about our property in town. and we thought it was soon to be demolished and ruined. He bought the property from us because at cheap, because we thought it would be gone, and now construction of his new warehouse sits where our house once stood, and we were swindled, lied to, cheated out of our home.
I shake my head. What is this man's name?
This man's name is Richard. He's a merchant from Solwick, an evil man, a liar.
Where does Richard Solwick merchant hang out?
His new warehouse is built upon our old home. I can take you there.
Just point me in the direction. I'll have a meeting with him.
She mentions the way to the warehouse. She tells you that they sold it last month, expecting that there was going to be some sort of like demolishing of the city block, but it didn't happen. Nothing on the rest of the block got demolished. And now he's just built a nice new warehouse where their house once stood.
He's already dead, Nick. Get over it. Okay, I will go and visit him.
Yeah.
The Cleric of Vengeance will rap on his door.
You can get to the warehouse. You can rap on the door. You find that there are craftsmen here currently working on it, but Richard himself is not to be found.
I will wait. If need be, I can Iron Vigil myself and just stay there standing for
a few hours later,
days,
one of the craftsmen will come and tell you that Lord Richard is no longer in Kirschwick. He's gone back to the capital to meet with someone there before heading to Solwick again. He's just here to buy some property and set up some operations. His business will work from here, but he does not work from here.
You have a way of contacting this
I
dick?
know his address. I can deliver him, send a message to him if you would need something like that.
Send him a message that Valthara does not smile upon swindling young ladies out of their homes. And I suggest that he packs up, gives the property back, and leaves, or Valthara's vengeance will be swift. It is not a threat, it is a promise.
I hope the goddess Valthara knows that we're just innocent craftsmen who've been handed a job that we can't say no to. We had nothing to do with any of these operations. We're just working on the place.
I nod. Correct. That's why
well,
the
in that
message will
case,
be
I'll
sent
have
to him.
Excellent. Will do.
You vow that you will send the message?
I shall send it this very day. I swear it upon the names of all gods.
Okay.
He puts his hand to the sky, puts the other hand over his heart. I swear on the names of all gods, past, present, and future, that I shall see this message delivered to Lord Richard of Solwick.
Tell him he has 1 month to return this property back to the lady, or I will hunt him down.
Okay. It is so.
Okay. I'll get on my boat and go to the Red Coast.
Done.
I'll say 2 months, actually, because I might be busy in a month. Nah, I stick with a month. Fuck it. We're good. He's got a month to return it, and if he doesn't, I'll know within 2 months, and then I'll handle him. Anton says that out loud. He's not sure. He decides on a month.
Good. I'm not changing the date in my calendar again.
Yeah, I go to the Red Coast if possible.
Great.
Did I hear any stories about those guys on that ship getting fucked over or anything?
No, because the ship is out. It won't return to Kirschwick for a long, long time. So, if ever. But you do hear stories about the mysterious man who predicted a storm that arrived, and how others might want to find this man and employ them and use this man to help sail goods around the seas.
I'll do another divination because I'm curious. How did the ship that I was supposed to go on's journey end? Was it fortuitous?
No, this is events that will occur within a 1 week period. So, cannot divine the past, only the future.
Good ship.
Cool. All right. On the
I'll
Red
time
Coast.
build that in the future.
Nice. On the Red Coast, you can go back to your people after not seeing them for quite some time, and upon your arrival, they flock to the beaches to see you. They take a knee around you, and after murmuring some prayers, their leader arrives, reaches out a hand to you, and says, Lord High Cleric of Velthara, your humble servants on the Red Coast await your commands. How may we best serve you and our deity?
This is Bertaco, right? What was his name?
Bartico's your
Bartico.
man on the side. Mhm.
This is Bartico. He's going to be here with me, and we're going to be training some of you. I need 19 of you to become priests. I'm going to be stationing you in every single temple within Drekus. It is time that you guys finally serve Velthara in the way that she meant you to.
I thought the prophecy was that Velthara must lead us to righteous glory and conquest. Is this the first step on that path?
That is why Bartico is here. He's also here to train some of you in the way of fighting, becoming agents of Velthara. I need 20 of you to train as warriors, and the other 19 I need to be priestly. The rest of you will have a conversation. I'm assured that you can pick the correct ones. I looked at the leader, I guess.
The leader bobs his head up and down solemnly. There are some of us who are closer to our Lady Goddess than others. Those will be perfect for priesthood. Those who are less close are perfect for warriors. We shall serve her in whatever means necessary.
I'll take him aside. Are there any non-believers in this village?
We purged the non-believers years ago.
Fucking A.
Good. Good. I was going to have them purged tonight.
I was going to purge them myself.
Beautifully done. Well, where is the cleric who saved my life?
She is here. He'll point her out. She's 3 rows back from you, still on her knees, still sort of head bowed to the ground like the other locals.
Can she cast Uplift?
No.
Gosh,
She's
damn
like
it,
level
Koibu.
2 or 3.
Okay, I'm gonna present her with a Ring of Protection +1. I'm gonna give that to her. Say, thank you for saving my life. You have done a mighty service to me, and here is your gift for being so devout.
Okay. She accepts it and looks at you in the eyes and says, in Velthara's name, I shall only use this to further her own tasks, her own deeds. Whatever need you have of me, I shall perform it.
Good job.
What need have you of me?
And-
What shall I do? Shall I serve you personally, or would you like me to serve this town? Shall I visit one of these cities of yours and work as a cleric there? Give me direction. Point me in the direction you would like me to serve.
What's her hotness?
Oh, we've already got to the sex trafficking arc, huh?
6. About
I
the
need
same as
you. Okay. Cut it out.
Perfect match.
A burned face.
He meant his character, guys. Jesus.
Yeah.
I need you to. I need you to get stronger. So whatever way you can do that, if you need to raid villages in Akuba, so be it. But I need you and 3 other people to be my crack force team and get mighty.
And send me to the capital where the needs of Velthara are greatest, where there are the most people and there is the most corruption. Send me to the most unholy place around, and I shall see it brought into the fold.
If I send you to the capital, you can't just kill people. That is not going to look very good for us. Does that make sense?
Of course, my lord. Vengeance is not the same as murder.
Correct.
And
That
it
is
must
correct.
be dealt out proportional to the crime
Crime.
committed.
Okay, I will station you inside Wicthron Renta. You will have a place at my home. You will be one of the 8 people I bring and keep inside my guard. And it will be your job to maintain the city and see to it as you deem fit. I do hope that you have a good head of vengeance about you and don't just murder anyone for anything. People should always be given a chance to recant for what they've done.
Do you have a test for me?
Would you like to play
You already
a game?
passed your test.
Splendid.
Cool.
Then she's on board. She'll come with you to the capital. There she will take a position in one of the temples and serve the needs of Velthara throughout the city.
Cool.
Excellent.
And then I'm just going to stay here and train people on how to be a priest.
Great. We're going to do Nick, then I'll roll some dice, see what goes on with you. But in the meantime, Nick, you are spending time with Arc Somber.
Yeah. Can I just remind Anton to make a teleport platform? Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Anton was going to have those other people build like a nice big teleport platform out of wood or whatever they can manage.
And for everyone who doesn't know what a teleport platform is,
Nick, draw it. I can't
It's
believe Koibu
literally-
doesn't know what it is.
It's just 4 legs with a platform 10 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's like a huge trampoline.
That's just
Without the
it
bouncing.
doesn't have to be a trampoline.
that doesn't sound anything like a trampoline.
It's not. It's literally a platform 10 feet in the air.
I was thinking
yeah.
circular.
So it can be circular. That's fine.
Yeah, and I'll have them make this so that I can visit them more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will essentially function as a watchtower as well, since it's so high up. They'll build the thing.
Perfect. All right, so here I am. Every morning, when I wake up in my own house, I pull out the crystal ball and I scry on Anton. And every night before I go to bed, I scry on Anton as well. So I'm scrying on him twice a day, morning and evening. Make sure that he's safe and he's where I expect him to be. If he's in the dragon's lair, then I know something went wrong. Other than that, after I wake up, I'll have breakfast with Mother and Tyrael or whatever, but then I head over to the keep to go and study with Oxomber. And I don't want to research any of the contentious spells to begin with, so I'll start with easy ones that shouldn't require any, pushback from her.
Hey, you only have a month, right?
Yeah, I got a month.
You've done
yeah.
mine.
I have a list of. I have a list in order of what I want to learn, so I think it
Yeah,
should be good.
we need that greater invisibility.
Is that what you want? Okay, I'll ask about that. All right, Neal. So first up, after the first few spells, I'll talk to her about I'll cast her spellbook. But for now, I try and learn fly.
Are you going for middle rolls, low or high?
I'm going for middle rolls again.
Yeah, that's
I think
good.
so. 20 to 80. I'm looking at here.
Okay, I
Can
think
I
you got
get
this. You've got a middle roll. That's pretty easy.
That's easy. Anyway, can I get a bonus from Oxomber helping me?
Nope. You learn it on your own.
You sure?
She might be able to reduce time, but you're still
reduce
on
time.
your own to learn this stuff.
Hey, if
Maybe.
she can reduce time.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna hit it on your first roll. You're rolling like a 44, dude. You got this.
Yeah, big. This is for fly, okay?
Oh, this is a big one, actually.
Come on, please. Why is it
Please.
taking so long? It's cooking me here. Why isn't it?
I don't know. I don't see it either.
What's
don't
it
see
doing?
it.
I'm not gonna roll it again because then
Yeah, you don't want to jinx it that way.
I know.
You want to
Yeah,
refresh?
I have to
I thought
accept the roll over here. Okay, hold on.
Wait, you have to
Wait.
accept it?
He has to accept it.
was like,
oh no, he's reviewing it. Do you want to change the roll?
Yeah, it says
Is it a
drop
is it a
down,
pass?
You can change
No,
the number.
we'll not be taking that. Wait, why isn't it coming through? Okay, I'm
Get a
refreshing.
refresh. Fucked up.
You fucked up, Nick.
Oh, he just reset the seed, dude.
Oh
I'm
no.
Can we just assume that one passed, Neal?
We cannot assume that.
Oh.
My rolls are going through.
All right, I'll try again. It's upset because I was going to pass that one. It's glitched out to stop me.
Yeah. Can't be flying around here. Oh!
All right. We didn't
It's
need
not
flying
right. I
wheels.
just wanted that one so much.
Go for the next one.
Neal, can I not get a +3 from Arxombar?
Sure, so that changes it from
No, I mean to the range.
18 to 81, which is not quite enough to get it. Ah,
What do you want next, Nick? Forget about that roll.
gone.
I fucking hate this shit. Seeming next.
Okay. Boom.
Okay, which one was this?
Seeming.
Seeming, okay.
Okay. Prying guys next. Oh,
Pass.
spicy.
How many days is this so far?
Okay, so this was 13d2 so far. I don't know if Arxombar can. Maybe I'll roll it twice, Neal, and take the lower.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay.
All right.
19 days so far. So,
Now we need the big ones.
what? I've got like another week, 2
Yeah,
weeks.
10 days.
Yeah, 10 days. Okay, so at this point, I will approach. You know, I've been sitting there with Arxombar. I'll say to her, so have you had much time with the book?
Making some notes here, hold on. I have begun to peruse the book, but my duties keep me elsewhere. I do not have the time during this war to dedicate to my studies as I would desire, but I've perused the spells of First Circle. Interesting concepts here, not anything that I find particularly useful, but certainly some fleshed out notions that can be applicable to greater purposes.
Interesting. Yeah, I've studied it quite a great deal myself, and there are still many pages to go. I believe this may go all the way to the Ninth Circle. Babylon himself was a very powerful caster. As I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
Arxombar, we've been studying together for a while now. I think we've maybe put some past grievances behind us. I think we've sort of opened up to each other, and maybe we understand each other a bit more now.
You are a little easier to talk to than your brothers. I find there is less conflict when it is the two intelligent people speaking.
I'm afraid that both Tyrell and Anton do not take kindly to what they perceive as slights to their honor. I find it a lot easier to brush off kind of these things. I don't place so much self-worth in due to my family name or etc. You know, easy for an easy life, easy to ignore these things. I'm afraid that maybe some of the comments you'd made in the past had angered Tyrell and Anton by association.
Well,
I think he feels you besmirched his honor by implying that he might be a traitor.
which one's honor?
Tyrell, you implied that he might seek to take the throne for himself. I don't think he liked being implied that he was a traitor.
Wasn't exactly what I was trying to imply. Interesting that he would take it that way. But let us also say that the son of a thief and criminal and the nephew of a thief and criminal is prone to thieving and criminality themselves.
Wait, just a quick interjection question. Was our father a known thief and criminal?
Nah, your uncle was sketchy as fuck.
But-
Your dad seems to be a pretty up-and-up person. This sounds like slander.
Just kidding. I didn't hear it at all because I was just
Yeah,
making sure
sure.
that wasn't a misspeak though. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Well, either way, now that we see each other eye to eye, now that we've retrieved these weapons, we'll be heading out on more dangerous tasks, and I thought perhaps you may reconsider the improved invisibility spell.
My concern with the improved invisibility spell is that it's not particularly useful for fighting dragons. Scoria will see right through it. So tell me, why is this a needed thing? This improved invisibility is the tool of assassins and murderers.
I've studied the books on dragons a lot over the past months. My understanding is that they can see through illusions within their lair, but if we were planning to ambush Scoria, which wasn't an option before, but this bow can force her to land from the sky. So there's a chance that we could fight her in the open, away from her lair, and that first shot to bring her down would be done a lot easier with invisibility. And her armor is thick, and my first shot might miss. A normal invisibility spell would be broken after the first failed shot, whereas an improved invisibility would allow me to make multiple shots within the first minute in an attempt to down her.
It's my understanding that Scoria, even outside her lair, can see through invisibility. That these spells are not particularly strong against powerful and large creatures.
As I understand it, it's limited to their lair or specifically short distances. I don't think a dragon flying overhead could see through an invisibility spell of someone on the ground. You may be right, but are you really so concerned that you would deny me the opportunity to try?
Not gonna learn it anyways, fuck it.
I'll probably likely fail the spell learning anyway. And not the most studious of wizards. If it helps, Arksamba, as long as I have access to it when needed, you're welcome to keep this book in your library.
That does... a bribe will not help me deviate from my intentions.
I understand it's not a bribe, but a show of good faith. I do not need this spell to move against you or anyone else that you care about, and by giving us something so powerful to you, I hope that I've helped convey that truth. Plus, don't perceive this in a negative way, but any ill will that my brothers do still hold towards you, I can act to temper that. The better terms that we're on, the more likely I am to succeed in that. If I can go back and say that you've reconsidered and you trust us enough to give us this spell, I feel like that will go a long way to quelling their paranoia and help them see sense.
Have I gotten under their skin? Do they feel paranoid about me?
They do.
Interesting.
Your assistant...
I'm not in danger, am I?
No. They're not so stupid as to try and do something like that. Even if they could defeat you, they know that doing so would destroy our family name, our reputation with the Queen. I don't think something like that would be...
Possibly undermine our opportunity to win this war, more importantly.
Indeed.
Well then, Imric McGarry. Fine. Take it as you need it. I fear it may not help you. I fear that the dragon will see through you while you are invisible on the ground. Spell or no spell, but if it will ease your mind, and if it will calm the tensions between your family and me, then so be it. It's for the good of the people.
I think this is a wise course of action. Thank you, Oxamba. And I already had the book. In fact, I've already looked at the spell, but I will now. I've made a point of not learning it until I had our authority, so I will now fail to learn improved invisibility. Ooh,
now,
got it.
That's
Just
a win.
about. Nice.
Something has been brought to my attention.
Oh no.
20 to 80 is actually 61% if you're counting the 20 and the 80.
That's true. That's the
So
fence post
maybe-
problem.
Yeah. 21 to 80 or
That's
20
fine.
to
We'll-
79. You
We'll
can
go
pick
20.
one of
We'll go
those two.
21 to 80.
21 to 80.
Yeah, we'll go 21 to 80, I think.
Who
Cool.
snitched?
Okay.
I mean, I doubt it's a problem, but
Well, I got an 80 a minute ago, so it actually is.
oh, you did. Okay.
So 6 days. So I've got 4 days left. Let's see if there's any level 3 spell that I need. Since I don't think I've got time to learn a level 4 spell. I've still got space for a couple
Are we
more.
gonna try Cloud
Into
Kill?
November.
Do we? What about? I haven't got enough days to learn Cloud Kill now.
Well, you could.
Wait, what?
probably
How many
go
days
in
have you spent so far?
26. No, 25.
Holy shit. Okay.
If you really want to learn that spell, I'm sure that you can wait another like 3 days or whatever.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
Okay.
like exactly 1 month. Yeah,
It's
that's
not. Yeah.
All right, so I'll open the book to Cloud Kill and say this spell is of particular destructive nature. However, we are hunting brown dragons beneath the sands. Could be useful to draw them out of their lairs. I wanted to check with you first because I assume if you have repercussions about improved invisibility, then this spell may
Yeah, it's for the bad ones last.
prove to be even more concerning. But
Cloud
my heart,
Kill is a most damaging spell, one cast in the city streets, and you could kill hundreds.
indeed.
Oh my god.
Casted in the town, casted in the castle, soldiers would fall around you. I believe this
Hell
would
yeah.
slay a great many.
It would work to drive brown dragons from their lair under the sands, though. Perfect for it.
That's right, Nick.
Well, dragon slayers are not without immense lethality. I just turns the book and shoves it in your direction.
Perfect. All right. I'll kill it.
All right, we need this one for our takeover, Nick. This is a big
This is
roll.
probably the most
I am
important
not- I am
civilian
not-
This is the most
killing
important
spell.
roll.
No,
Yeah.
I'm never casting Cloud Claw on civilians.
You will be
Yeah, we
casting.
were never killing Dave either.
Oh
so.
my god. Now we just need the ethnic cleansing version. What int does he need to target only specific types of people with it? Oh my god, we're gonna build the purest, most perfect world.
He got it too, right?
He did.
Just some successful
Let's go,
spell
baby.
landing today.
Only the most devout followers.
Hell yes.
Okay, 6 days on that one. That's pretty good. So that takes me to 31 days. Perfect.
That's going right in the capital.
All right, I'm gonna add
Christ.
these in the character sheets.
What are the components for that spell so that we can leave them in little stashes around the city so you never run out as we're slaughtering the entire population?
Let me check.
It's gonna be like
actually.
that Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah,
I believe it's not even that much.
good.
Arc Sombra is gonna be in her ivory tower when Cloud Kill's going off. What have I done?
What have I done? It doesn't even have a material component.
Oh my god, even easier.
Yeah. All right.
So we're gonna be invisible, and you're gonna be casting Cloud Kill around. That's gonna be sick.
Wait, he got greater
So-
invisibility too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So go to Tyrael, Neal, while I add all this to my character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
All right, Tyrael, it is your turn.
Okay. There are two major things that I want to do. Firstly, so over the month, do my people ever come back? Or do you want to take this week by week? Or I'm the ones tracing the
right.
VOA dudes.
Let me check my calendar for when they left and what the plan is. Let's see. You got back to with Thrawn Rarenta at the end of September, beginning of October. You talked to them that very first day, and they essentially set out right away. So they would have had a month, essentially, a month and a few days to do this so far. So we're going to make some dice checks here for your people. Let's change up our music while we're making dice checks. All right, so we're going to need some infiltration checks to see how quickly they can get into Mystria. And this will be... We'll take that. So getting into Mystria is problematic. They're going to have to find another way in.
Could I, actually, because we've got all these connections now, could I suggest that they are aided by our friends that are able to travel in and out of Mystria with ease? Remember those, the group of people that we have that slow teleport around? I think they have multiple ways in and out of Mystria, they said. Could they travel on the backs
They
of them?
do. They could easily travel on their back and end up in the Wester Bluff, no problem.
Yeah, can I
If
suggest
that
that?
sort of thing. Yeah.
Because we did gift them, and we gifted them a pretty big magical item. I think 2 of them extra, just for like our trades to stick or whatever. So they should be fairly favorable with us. And we killed those monsters that they wanted us to kill. Well, they didn't even want us to kill them. We got them.
Yeah, the only issue is the timing. You had kind of sent them off. I guess we can maybe do some retconning here and be like, you didn't fully send them off. You told them to go see these other people.
Sure.
We're
Well, I
kinda
mean,
doing a lot of complicated high-level stuff, so I think this is fine. Right? You would have had days coming back to the capital to figure this out, so it makes sense that you would have arranged this connection.
Sure, yeah.
So then they will arrive in Westerbluff at walking speed, as if they were walking all day. So that's 40 miles a day. So it would have taken them 6 days to get there. Then I searched for the people of Voa, so now we do some information gathering. One of these people is even from Mystria, so they know kind of where to go and how to do things. Okay, so we can get from there to there. Information will take them, without revealing what they're doing, it'll take them 2 more days. That gets us to and then maybe 5 to get there, and then some more information gathering, critical success, so another 1 day to do that, then some time to come up with a plan, great intelligence check. We'll roll this for planning time. And success of their operation. Good. We'll take another 3 here. And then their escape.
Nope, they die.
All of your followers are gone.
How did they succeed? No, it's fine. So then they will come back in maximum days. So they will arrive back in Wicthron Rorenta 30 days exactly after they set off. So if they left on the 1st of October, then they should be arriving back in the capital on the 1st of November.
Which we're in November. Right?
Yep. So a month after you send them back, they arrive. They will leave a message for you at your house. I don't think they know about your new house, though, so they leave it at your old house. Eventually, you'll pick it up or be alerted to its presence by whatever, and come to meet them in the apartment you have for them.
Do we want to do that now at the end of the month, or do we want to go through other stuff, or?
We should probably, if you had anything else you wanted to do this month, then we should do the month's work before.
Yeah. Okay, there are 2 huge things I would like to do this month.
Yeah.
First one is, so we got this old guy. I will, so this is a trick that I learned working. If you ever have problems with a person, one of the easiest ways to get on somebody's good side, this is unironic, really good life advice. If you ever want to get on somebody's good side, if you ask them how to do things and you defer to their judgment, they are ultra super flattered. Even if it's somebody that hates you, if you ask them for help and you treat them like a superior, they'll have a very high opinion of you. So this guy is an older guy, maybe getting a little old, maybe worried he might be like falling, out of favor with people because he's getting old and people are looking to him to retire. And I am a legendary Dragon Slayer McGarry. I would like to humble myself and come to this guy, ask him if he will teach me. We said 2-weapon fighting would have been the best, right?
Yes.
Yes. I would like to ask him to teach me 2-weapon fighting. So for several hours a day, I will train with him. And then the secondary thing I would like to do is, I imagine being a noble family, or even I could go to the capital. I would like to start doing some studying. I don't know how, I'm sure I have like a normal noble education, but I would like to start studying the history of these kingdoms and I would like to find out, broadly speaking, what type of style of leadership do I feel like best had the most longevity for ruling kingdoms. So I'm looking for like, did fear-based rulers that ruled with an iron fist do better? Did people that were kind and courteous to their subjects rule better? Did those that engaged in a lot of like trickery or mischievousness rule better, like tricky plans or whatever? I would just like to get whatever broad setting I can do for that for a month.
Great. Make me intelligence check.
Ruling with fear.
I'm trying to think. If I were to ask me for somebody to help me with these studies, would it help with this role?
If you ask your mom, maybe, yeah. Because she like has governance, Koibu. She probably would have learned about this in her schooling.
Yeah. If you have like a sage or something help you, we would use the sage's check then instead of yours.
I would be comfortable using my mom, but not anybody else. So if no one else is available, I think I'll just try to do it on my own.
Okay. Then it sounds like you should do it on your own because you'd need a scholar who is well connected in society.
Okay, gotcha.
That would be the appropriate person.
Okay.
Got it.
Perfect. So one of the first things to come up is that whoever has been successful has high praise written about them, and whoever has maybe not done so great ends up having sort of like, shitty things said about them in later generations. But with this good of an intelligence check, you're also going to realize that like history is written by the victors, and everyone tries to paint themselves as like a little bit nicer than perhaps they actually were. You find accounts of this king from like 500 years ago, and during that king's reign, they talk about how like sweet and kind the king is and all these great things he's done. But then like there's another account from 80 years after that king's dead, and it talks about how he was actually like a vicious person who didn't do was manipulative and evil, still successful. So you get these like sort of mixed accounts that the impression you're getting is that there are not really a lot of what we would call nice leaders. That the people who manage to hold on to power for longer periods of time must be ruthless to do so. That there's always somebody who's out to usurp you. There's always someone out who's ready to like try and swindle you or steal something. And that if you are kind and gentle and sweet, you don't last long in power. There are very few accounts of rulers who are kind that last long. As for rulers who rule by fear, they do tend to stick around longer. They tend to be wealthier. They tend to be more powerful, but the kingdom tends to suffer under their rule a little bit more. The individual people don't do great, but the kingdom might manage to accomplish deeds even if the people suffer.
So you're like kind of like building the pyramids. It's a great deed. The rulers are happy. People kind of suffer for it, but okay. They also
the Mongols conquer Asia entirely, and you can go from end to end carrying gold totally peacefully. But they also go into every town and behead everyone over this height or whatever.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. All right. These answers are really important. Okay, because these are going to determine some big.
Those were
decisions.
Good answers for Tiru.
I'm just saying that these are going to be really important. What I find in my studies here are going to significantly alter the course of decisions I'm going to make coming out. So.
Yeah. So the decisions you get are the advice that seems to come is ruthlessness is absolutely necessary. But if you are push the ruthlessness too far, it's bad in the long run.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
What a beautiful arc.
Is that what you were hoping to get?
I'm not hoping for anything. I'm just taking a look at reality. You can go any particular way.
All right. Excellent.
How for the people that are successful, do they seem more independent minded or do they seem more collaborative minded? So, for instance, do they tend to keep powerful, intelligent, and smart company, or do those people tend to get backstabbed by said good company? So they're better off just kind of ruling on their own with only like immediate family members in high positions of power.
You have many examples of successful independent leaders who have a plan and you get in line with them or you get the fuck out of their way and everyone kind of follows the leader without asking questions. And you also have some examples of very wise, judicious people who pull in a lot of advice from a lot of different areas. So both leadership styles seem to have some pretty good success depending on a person's individual strengths. You could be a leader who knows what to do already, or you can be the leader who gathers the best people around you and then enacts that. It's
Gotcha.
stylistic.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Did he learn 2-weapon fighting?
So it would normally take a season. You've got an excellent trainer to help you with this, and you yourself are a high-level fighter, right? You're a ninth level fighter at this point?
8th level.
8th level?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 2-weapon fighting, I would say, is a...
He has
dex
fought
base-
as a 10th level fighter. I don't know if this will help at all.
10th or
Probably
11th
not.
level fighter because of superheroism.
Oh, that was what it was?
Mhm.
So maybe he can draw on that memory of how good he was as the 11th level fighter and aspire towards that.
So I want you, this is how we're gonna determine how long it takes. You're gonna make a series of dex checks modified by your fighter level. So regular dex check plus fighter level at the end of it. And then you're going to need to score, the checks have to pass to count to begin with. And then whatever section you clear your pass by, so like a 21 would count as 1, a 22 would count as 2 points, a 23 would count as 3 points, etc. You're going to want to score a total of 50 points, and you're going to make 1 check a week to do so.
Oh,
I think your dex is 16.
17.
So it would be 17.
Yeah.
You're going to put on the dex gloves for this project?
I just swapped them, yep.
Nice. Got
I don't
it.
want to wear gloves where I kill the old man. Jesus, Koibu.
True.
I need the extra dexterity to
Right.
make sure I don't hurt this old geezer.
Hell
This
yes.
washed up wannabe. This is all internal, of course, but yeah.
So it'll be a d20 plus 17 plus
Plus
8,
eight.
so d20 plus 25. So you can't fail these checks, but then depending on how well you roll, we'll just see how far
Now-
you score.
You don't want to give him anything for his thief because thieves are probably people who would fight two-handed more often. Okay.
No, the fighter
Good
is
enough.
the core combat class.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I get 30 more opponent points to my thieving stuff too. Thank you for reminding me. I'll do that later. Okay.
Cool. So give me dex checks. We'll total them up. 1 a week. When you hit 50 points, you will have learned the skill.
Okay, so you just want me to do a dex check.
D20 plus 17 plus 8.
Do you want me to roll
Yeah.
a 1d20 plus 17 plus 8? Do you want me to do that?
Yes.
Roll
four
1d20
times,
plus 17 plus 8. And I'm going to do this 4 times, right?
Until you score 50 points total.
Okay.
So that will be worth 11. And then keep going. 1 week, that's worth 5 in your second week.
Okay. Okay.
That is worth 24 in your third week.
What is happening?
I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to say that was a bad week. If you rolled 2 natural ones, the second one is just not going to count. That just seems
You got
fair.
one more week because Emmerich took a long time, so might as well.
Okay.
Give me another one. And that is the last 10 of the... Well, you only needed 10 more. That's 11 more
go.
points. It'll take you 5 weeks total until you learn 2-weapon fighting style under the tutelage of Winthrop Vandal. Winthrop Vandal.
2-weapon fighting style, and that's a 1-slot thing, correct?
Correct.
If you add 2 slots to it, does
can-
it do anything extra, or?
Yes, if you add a second slot, then when you're dual wielding, the weapon in your offhand doesn't need to be one size smaller than the weapon in your primary hand.
Interesting. Okay.
You could use 2
You could-
swords, yeah.
Dual wield the same, arming swords or whatnot. Yeah.
Since never mind.
Well, after the 31st day, I'll return to the house and find Tyrrell that evening, and say, Tyrrell, I've finished my studies for now. I think it's been about a month. We should think about meeting up with Anton. I've been checking on him. He seems fine, right, Neal? He seems like he's just in the village. He's chilling. Yeah.
I'll nod, but before we go off, we have some time to hang out for a little bit, Emmerich. Perhaps we should go out drinking for a night, just chat with each other.
Wow, that's a great idea, Tyrrell. Yes.
Sure.
Do you feel different with Anton gone? Not Anton, but the amulet. I spoke to Oxomba. She even taught me that spell. Improved invisibility. I feel like
they're metaing again.
things have cleared up.
Do we feel any different?
Do they feel different?
Yeah, do we feel any different?
No, of course not.
Thank God.
Mentally, though, it might not be real, but I feel difference. I feel like a weight's been lifted from me.
This is why every new item I get, I make Koibu damn me about it.
Well, yeah, I was going to get Worcester to cook us some food, but why don't we go out?
Yeah, perhaps we can go out. But I'll schedule this the day after my people come back in town, though. I think you said they come back on the 1st, and he comes back at like five weeks or whatever, right, from his training. So, yeah. What do they say? What message do they have?
Well, they will arrive back in town, tired from the journey, but upbeat and pleased because they managed to pull something off over the military and stout end. It seems that the parapet of health that you had acquired was on the neck of the captain of the guard, the sheriff there in Stout End. And
It's about to be bigly.
they devised a plan to steal it from him. See, one of the what's the guy's name? Not
what was his name?
Not Vega. What's the other guy's name?
We've got
new
Vega,
one.
Hans, Sylvia, and Benji.
Oh no, it is Vega. Hans is the first guy, right?
Hans is the
Vega's
first guy.
second
Vega
we
was
acquired.
the second one brought on. Sylvia and Benji are the two from the other land.
Right.
What was the captain's name again? Just remind me. I just can't remember. He did kill us. What was his name, Steven? Do you remember?
I think wasn't it like Captain Fuckboy? I think?
Dreyfus?
Yeah, Dreyfus. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Dreyfus.
Dreyfus.
Yeah.
Fuck
Son
that
of a
guy.
bitch.
So they enacted a plan to steal this from Captain Dreyfus. Vega already knows the language, he knows the area, he knows some of the people, so he got one of his dear friends who works running like an escort agency to come on out and kind of distract Vega with some lovely people
Distract
that he
Dreyfus,
might
right?
be interested in. Yeah, Dreyfus. And while Dreyfus was undressing and getting ready to indulge in this, event, they simply slipped in, stole the amulet itself, replaced it with something else that looked kind of like the amulet, not quite. Like they had gotten a look at it and had someone make something, kind of close. There was a problem though, and that he tried, he insisted to the ladies that he not take it off because it was, performance enhancing.
Or his vitality.
Bedroom.
True. So it is confirmed then that amulet of vitality will.
Well, that's what he was trying to say in the moment.
Oh, okay.
And they managed to, through, restraints and ties and little fun things, take it off of him, conduct their time with him, and gave the other people enough time to swap it out for the replacement, brought it home.
How much does this give to health for Tyrael now?
It sets your con to 18.
Wait, did we get it?
Yes.
Is that
We
right?
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
It did set.
You're
con to
about to
18.
have a
Let me double
fuckload of HP.
Heck, that was what
Holy
it did in
fuck.
5e. Let me double check it. In
It was in 2e2.
but
I
think
checked
it
your book.
does.
I was in your room last night. I flipped through the pages and read it.
Oh, look at this. It turns out that in 2e it only gives one con. What a shame.
That's possible.
Oh my god, you're gonna have so much HP, dude. What the
He's gonna
fuck?
have an extra 4 HP per level.
It's
for a
gonna be
fighter.
yeah, really crazy.
No, that's mad.
Use the amulets.
You went 72 HP. What the fuck?
Is that right? Is that how much you're gonna have?
That's why he's gonna be the ruler, Imric.
No one's gonna be able to kill him, yeah.
Not even Arc Somber.
Yeah, 18 con on a fighter gives you
4 per level. 4
4
times
per
it.
level, yeah.
Hmm.
Holy
18
fuck.
strength? No.
Yeah, what? Are you gonna have 18 strength, 18
Only 17,
con?
17 strength.
So
17
17 strength,
strength,
17
eight-
dex. Well, 16,
18.
17,
18 con.
18 con.
What
And if he
the
wears
fuck?
if he ever gets my wisdom helmet, I'll have 18 wisdom.
And I've got how much? Sorry, Neal, remind me again, what's my intelligence?
Oh.
Oh,
Watch look at your
okay.
character sheet.
13.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll check. It's 14. It's 14,
14.
actually.
Not enough for the robe, right?
Yeah, not enough for the
I'm
road,
sorry,
no.
who has Cloud Kill?
I have Cloud Kill now.
And what would happen if you cast Cloud Kill at Tyrael?
He'd be alright, I think.
He would
With
still
something.
die.
No, not at
68
his.
68
Not at
poison
his.
damage.
No, that's not right. It's save. It's
Oh,
if
is
you've
it save or
got.
die?
If you've got, it's better than that. If you've got less than 5 hit die, it's death without save. If you've got 6 hit die, it's save or die. And if you've got over 6 hit die, it's, I think, take like 3d8 a round until you leave or something like that.
Oh, okay. Those above
But
6th level or 6 hit dice must leave the cloud immediately, suffer 10 points of damage each round while in the area.
But
I mean,
it's
that's fair.
against like a horde of orcs. It's basically just auto kill.
Cool. Tyrell's a big guy now.
Holy fuck, yeah.
And that's why he's going to be adorned in the gold dragon armor. Or maybe Anton should wear that, I guess.
Tyrael wearing that gold dragon armor is like basically a god at that point.
Tyrell should wear the enchanted green dragon armor, I think. It's the same
Yeah.
AC, but has a better look.
Maybe, yeah, we just gotta
For
figure
the
it out.
outward people. Yeah.
Because if I wear the gold dragon armor and you wear the enchanted green dragon armor, it kind of balances out our evil a little bit, maybe. Like we both look kind of like
Maybe.
iffy. But if you wear the gold and you've already got all that Velthar evil shit, people are gonna look at you as like being an actual fucking evil person.
You probably want that rather than to look evil at all, so.
Maybe, I don't. Who knows?
Anton will be your Anakin.
Halfway there already.
So with Cloud Kill, what we can do is we'll find the dragon's lair, we'll cast Cloud Kill down into it, and then they'll be forced to come up or die.
What do you mean? We're about to go and clear some houses in the Noble District.
I'm not
about to
casting Cloud Kill on
move.
civilians.
Yeah, not
I
yet.
won't even cast it on Mistray and civilians. I'll cast it on like orcs and shit.
What about
on the
Mystery
ar-
and like...
I might cast it on the army, maybe on the army.
Yeah, what if we get in like an army, epic heroic fight?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it sets your con to 18. I can't find it in a book. It probably might not even exist in 2e, but I like it. We're keeping it. There you go.
So how are we doing that? Because he's a multi-class.
Well,
Chances fighter for it.
yeah. So
so
each
8 times
each level
4.
he would have would give him
Is it
2 HP up until his fighter hits 9 and his rogue hits 10.
is it
So what
18 or
levels are-
19? Because I see on D&D Beyond it says set Constitution to 19. I don't know if that matters or not.
No, that would be 5e rulings. Both of those give you +4 health.
Oh, okay. All
It
right.
sets your health to 18 here.
So does he
Tyrael-
not just gain 32 HP?
Well, he's 8 fighter, so he would get 8 times 2 plus. You'd only get it for up to 10 levels as a rogue.
8 times 4, Neal. No.
Well, he's
No,
taking
8 times
half.
2 plus 10 times 2.
Yeah. So
Right?
60.
'Cause
Oh,
every fighter
okay.
level
20.
gives you 2 HP. Every rogue level
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
10 gives you 2 HP.
So you get 36 HP.
Yes,
that right?
36. Yeah, so you're going to be at 76 HP.
Wait, no, I think it would be 3 HP per level, wouldn't it? For his rogue levels, he'd get +2. For his fighter levels, he'd get +4, which is +6, then divided by 2 would be 3. Just think about it. He's level 1-1. When he gets to level 2-2, he'd get +4 HP on his fighter level. He'd get +2 HP on his rogue level, and then he'd be
But then
dividing
you
it by
divide
2.
those by 2, right?
Yeah,
so
so
you
it's
would be
+3.
getting...
+3 per level then. Plus an extra
So,
1
no,
for
but
the
so
final
essentially
rogue
you
level.
take fighter level, multiply by 4, divide by 2. So essentially fighter level times 2 plus rogue level times 1.
Yeah, +1 per rogue level, yeah.
Right, because the
So-
rogue wouldn't get the bonus
Yeah.
to con. You're right. So 3. So it'd be 16 and
It's-
10. So it'd be 26. Yeah.
Yeah, 26, yeah.
You just fucked him
You're
out
right.
of 10 HP.
Well,
Wait.
it is how the game works.
Okay,
I
wait,
think
real
it's-
quick. Okay, hold on, because there's a lot of numbers flying around. So how does this work again? It is
So whenever you, as a multi-class character,
Yeah.
whenever you level up, you roll your HP roll, including your con bonus, and then you divide it by 2. So when you level up as a fighter, you roll D10 plus con bonus divided by 2. Same thing as a rogue. Now, only fighters are allowed to gain extra HP for 17 and 18 con.
Okay.
Non-fighters can only gain +2 HP per level. Fighters can gain up 3 or 4 HP per level.
okay.
So for levels 1 through 8 as a fighter, you'd be getting additional 4 HP, which gets divided by 2, like all your fighter level does.
So that's
all
18?
your fighter HP does. So that'll be 16.
Was it?
8 times 2.
You're only
16.
level 8 fighter.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. So that's
Right.
okay. All right. So how
And
much
then
was it
you're-
altogether?
26.
Okay.
You get 1 for each rogue level, 2 for each fight level.
Right.
Okay.
And then level 9 is the last time you get a con mod for your fighter level, and you've already maxed out your rogue levels for con mods. So you will get 2 more HP when you level up as a fighter, and then it'll just be static HP from there on.
Gotcha.
You
And this-
don't get con mods after level 10, though.
No, I don't
Right.
think so. Is this Amulet of Health or Amulet of Constitution? What's it called?
Amulet of Health, we'll call it.
Fuck, that's insane, dude. 66 HP is madness.
Nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
All right. Can the party reconvene then? Oh, you
Well,
guys-
me and Cyril are going on a lads' night out.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if you want to roleplay Cyril, Stephen, but we
I
go
would
out.
like to see what it looks like when the two of you go out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have dinner. I say, yeah. So what have you been doing while I've been locked in in Sombar's tower?
Fuck. Real quick, when my guys present me with this amulet, I will be ecstatic with joy.
Yeah.
I will congratulate them. You guys have done a phenomenal job. You have exceeded all of my expectations. I never would have been I never would have expected any of you to pull off a job of this magnitude this early on in your career. I mean, these two guys need to learn, obviously, how to speak our language, but aside from that, you guys can take, like, the next 2 weeks off, and you guys can go party or do whatever.
Give him some money, yeah.
Yes. So I would like to give each of them, I'm going to give each of them, four of them, I'm going to give each of them 2 gems. So in my bag of holding, I've got 90. That's going to go down to 82. These gems are worth 50 gold each. So that should be like a pretty significant, like 100 gold worth of gems for each of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
keeping track of their XP too, Koibu? I don't know how that works.
And their stat
Don't worry
blocks.
about it.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll give each of them 2 gems. I'll thank them graciously for everything they've done. Shake hands.
Well, a lot of the work came from Zane. She and her girls really did a number for us. I'm pretty certain they're gonna get hunted down and killed for this, but that's okay. We're burning those bridges. We don't really care about those folks over there anyway. So,
Nice.
probably won't be able to pull something off this fancy with again, but it was a pretty good heist. Good reward.
Cool. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. Okay. And then I can move here, give them gold, tell them to take 2 weeks off, have fun or whatever. And then
Yep. And off they go.
yeah. All right. And then we're hanging out with little brother Emmerich, baby Emmerich.
Right.
How
Yeah.
does Tyrael look now with the giant belt of strength and the con amulet? Like, I guess, does he look remarkably different than he used to?
Do you remember the pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Mount Olympia, Mr. Universe? Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here. Damn, Cyril. Glowing today. You look great.
I feel great. I feel well studied. I feel well trained. I feel in optimal health. Perhaps tonight to celebrate both of our healths. I'm sorry, you've been studying with Arc Somber for a while. How have your studies gone?
I have. Studies have gone well. I worry about my health being in this room with all these dusty books. Not good for my breathing, but I don't know. I think I've turned a corner. My studies were mostly successful this time, which is more than I could say for the rest of my life. I even learned that improved invisibility spell that Arc Sombar was keeping from us. I didn't even have to steal it. I talked her into it.
Why not? Very
have
good.
some-
I'm proud of you.
I got some other spells that it's probably worth you knowing about for planning in that. I can change the way the 3 of us look, make us seem as if we are halflings or orcs or just generic people, women. Hide all our gear. It's gonna last for 12 hours, so it should be good if we were planning to sneak into Scoria's troops or maybe interfere with our generals or something like that. We could disguise ourselves such. I found some new spells for scouting out areas, so if I needed to find someone in a town, it could be done a lot more easily now. if we were looking for like the boule in the desert. I have spells that could help with that.
Okay.
And I also learned a spell called Cloud Kill. I hope I don't have to use it. Produces a large cloud of gas that will instantly kill more or less anyone. You or I, it would merely damage severely, but most normal folk, even some of the guards we have working here, maybe the captain would be able to withstand it, but most people would just be dead the instant it touched them.
How big a cloud are we talking?
It moves with the wind, but I think it's around 30 feet in radius.
Interesting. Sounds very deadly. I'm surprised that you're able to talk Arc Somber into arming you with such powerful magic.
I think she was somewhat humbled. Remember the book that we lent to the wizard in Babylon's temple?
Yes. The underground dwelling people, yeah.
Yeah, well, she has a library up in her tower filled with books. This is what I've been using to study with. It's heavy to carry around, so I figured this was the only thing that I could possibly offer to her that would grant her some knowledge that she doesn't already have. So I let her study the book and said she can keep it in her library for now. And I think that went a long way to dispelling the idea that we were working against her.
Understood. Wise of you to do so. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, Cyril. I think you said we should go out for some drinks or something before we go to see Anton. I've checked on him. He's fine. I'd say we leave in the morning.
Perhaps
tonight.
I'll step by the Elven Ambassador, see if his people have finished their spells, combining those armors, and yeah, we can go out and have a quick drink.
All right, I'll come with you. And we'll wander through the streets to the Elven Ambassador's tree.
Am I able to do a divination, Koibu?
You have many weeks.
Yeah, I'll do a divination a week before that promise I made about the month to give the lady her land back. Will Richard give lady's name here her land back?
Willy fuck.
That is a really good question.
A knight.
What is your
Dragon Slayer? It's 83%. A Dragon Slayer came to his door, Cleric Velthar chosen, and said if he doesn't give it back, he will be paying a visit to him.
A letter arrived at his door, supposedly from a Dragon Slayer, saying to return this property. It's not quite the same as you showing up at the doorstep, but it is a solid threat. This is the sort of person who could probably have... You could probably figure out if you were in a place that could have sent this letter. He might be able to verify if this came from you. And if he can verify the authenticity of the letter, right? And if he's the sort of person who's swindling people out of warehouses while he's in the capital, but then has this place over here and has this place over there, like, he's got the resources to verify the integrity of it. Then the question is, what is cheaper? Is it cheaper to give back the land, or is it cheaper to deal with the angry cleric?
In blue dragon armor.
Yeah.
He's not a stupid man, though, Neal.
He's not a stupid man. Okay. So you said your question is, will Richard give back the property?
Yeah. Nick's like, please.
I don't want to have to kill your character, man.
I'm sorry, Nick.
Father, you seem troubled. What's wrong?
There's this cleric. Can you kill him, son?
Sure, yeah. Where is he at? No worries.
Why don't we take a break? When we come back on the other side, I'll have an answer for you.
We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Your divination returns the answer: justice shall be done.
Shit.
Good.
That's good.
That's good for Anton.
Is it? You are a follower of Velthara, goddess of vengeance. You are not a follower of Velmontarius, god
That's
of
true.
justice. Did you want to get justice or did you want to get vengeance?
Well, I think in Anton's mind at least, like vengeance enough is like getting his shit back for the lady.
And she would end up still with the money that he had given her for the
Yeah.
house.
So it's like a big W. She gets her vengeance because she gets to keep her money that she got for the house, even though not as much as like was due. Obviously, she does get her place back. I think that this is enough for him. The guy caved to the vengeance that was going to be sought. I think Anton's
If you're satisfied, then we're good.
I'm cool with that.
Cool. All right. Rest of the party. Is it time to set sail?
Yeah,
we want to hang out.
You know, we're hanging out. We go to the nicest restaurant in town. You know,
And I
We
want
don't
a
have
quiet table.
reserved.
Yeah, quiet table off in the corner. I don't want these dirty commoners or even nobles to hear us speaking.
Sure.
Well, to a job well done, Cyril. I always wanted to visit Solemn, but perhaps under better circumstances. But I'm glad to be home, and I'm glad that we're successful. And I'll offer up a glass to make a toast to the death of Scoria.
I will toast him as well to the death of Scoria, to the success of our family.
Yes, our family, our kingdom, soon to be an empire. Mistral will fall, Eridon soon after. You know, the elves, we've worked a lot with them now. Do you not think they would make good allies for us? Maybe for us, maybe for the kingdom.
I think the elves are mysterious. I think the time horizons that they look at are so much greater than ours, and I think that their goals are so far removed from what us as humans are concerned with. I don't know how good of an ally they'd make. I think I see them more as kind of useful friends than actual allies.
Neutral observers, perhaps.
Yeah, so anytime we have a common end that we share, perhaps we can work together, but that's probably the most we can hope for in terms of working with elves.
Well, when this is all said and done, Cyril, when Scoria lies dead before us, I'm certain that we could get the Queen to name you King of Mistria.
It's possible, brother. You
Uh-oh.
know, we didn't... I lean forward on the table, I rest my elbows on the table, and I
I lean in.
kind of look in. You know, sometimes I feel as though I have a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. It seems hard sometimes to balance out, you know, the wishes of my perhaps sometimes naive, but I think ultimately good-spirited little brother, and then my slightly more, should we say, demonic other brother.
Anton has, as he's grown in strength, I believe he's lost perspective on some things.
Perhaps. I mean, I think the strength has changed all of us a bit, right? I don't think any of us saw in scant, I think, a year that we would have grown to the level of power that we're at now, no?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I was just fucking around in the bars, flirting with the women, failing my studies. I still fail some studies, but I pass a lot more now. And
sure,
we've done great things. Great heroes.
You've come a long way, of course. I think there's going to be a lot of challenges ahead of us in the coming months, both in fighting Scoria and perhaps in the fights after. I think the most important thing for me is to know that no matter what happens, all of us stick together as McGarrys.
Of course, yeah. Number one priority is family, of course.
Of course, so before any type of nobility or before any type of aids to the crown or other wizards or even other royalty, I think that it's really important that we all maintain our commitment to each other. It's hard to say what these lands will look like after Scoria falls. You know there's going to be a lot of clamoring for lands, a lot of people begging for titles.
There'll be a power vacuum for sure.
For sure, spoils to be split and everything as well.
It'd be dangerous, you know, with so much land to go around, so much treasure to pass about the nobilities. We should do what we can to avoid civil war. We'd hate to see the fruits of our labor be lost in infighting.
I nod. Of course, conflict should be avoided, almost at all cost. I do think it's important that we need to recognize that the contributions that we're making to these lands are not only great, but irreplaceable. I don't think it's a stretch to say that this war doesn't end without the success of our mission, and I think it's important, especially for you, to keep that in mind as we go forward. I think it's something that Anton feels lost sight of perhaps a little bit. Whether it's because you're studying in books too much or just because of the conflict we've had along the way. I think just looking at the way you two interact, I think Imric probably has the feeling that, or I'm sorry, I think Anton probably has the feeling that sometimes I don't want to say your loyalties lie elsewhere, but that sometimes you feel a bit mixed on the reputation of our family and carrying our name forward as proudly as possible.
I want our family to succeed as heroes of Drakus. I don't want to be known as tyrants that strike down all who disagree with us and anyone who dare speak out against us. This is not the legacy that we should stand for. It might be what people think of us, but it's not how we are, no?
Well, I mean, it depends on who's speaking of who. I mean, there's a great many of people that we've crossed who are probably going to speak of us as tyrants, right? I don't think Scoria's troops, or I don't think the Mystrians that we've conquered, or the armies that we've almost decimated, I think, in the Northeast.
Enemies in war.
They're enemies now, but it's not as though we're going to kill every Mystrian once the war ends, and those lands will be ruled by someone. I'm just saying
we
that...
will have liberated the Mystrians once the time this is over.
Well, liberated from one to be conquered or ruled by another, right?
I trust that whoever does end up leading Mystria would be a more benevolent ruler than Scoria.
I mean, as I'm sure the Mystrians probably hope Scoria would be more benevolent after conquering us. Listen, all I'm saying, little brother, is sometimes evil or cruelty can be in the eye of the beholder. I think it's important to remember that there could be different perspectives on these things, then the only perspective that doesn't change is that we're all McGarrys, and at the end of the day, we ought to stick to one another no matter what happens. Yeah?
I have your back, Tyrell, of course, but you don't want to be you don't want to be in charge of a kingdom of ash.
No one is saying anything about being in charge of anything. I'm just saying that in case stuff gets crazy, it's good to know that the three of us are all watching each other's backs.
I'll have your back, Tyrell, but I'll continue to advise you how I see is the best path forward. But rest assured, you don't have to worry about me when you sleep. We're in this together. Even Anton, I would risk my life to save him, despite his... I do feel he's lost his way in some decisions. I don't shy away from it that some people have been killed that I don't think deserve to die, but what's the life of a few peasants between brothers?
I agree that Imric, for lack of a better term, seems to be a bit bloodthirsty at times. It's hard to say how much his calling has affected him one way or another, but I mean, for sure we can keep an eye on him. But I'm glad to hear that your loyalty lies with your family first, as I believe all three of us should share those feelings, and our mother as well. So I'm glad to hear that.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Tyrell, it's not lost on me that before all this began, every nobleman and noblewoman in this kingdom looked down on us. They've changed their tune now, perhaps, but it's if they see us differently now, it's only because of our rise to power and the power we have. It's not because they necessarily respect us.
Of course, I agree. But sometimes, power and fear is respect, so...
Yeah, indeed. Have you seen Anton talking to his spear? I was under the impression that these weapons were to be sentient, to talk to us. My bow has not communicated with me at all. Has your sword?
I've heard stories of weapons that are to communicate with their holders. I've taken mine out a few times. I scratch my head and lean back a bit. I don't want to cause alarm or anything, but I'm not entirely sure if Anton is actually speaking to his spear. It's really hard for us to know. There's a lot of stuff that he claims to speak to. I mean, I suppose he really was talking to animals early on, yeah? And he's got an amulet that he communicates with, and he prays a lot. The divination seemed to hold true, but we should probably do our best to just
humor him when he speaks of these things that talk to him, and maybe.
Well, I'm certain he speaks to his god. The miracles he cast. Trust me, he's not smart enough to be a wizard, so he must be some sort of cleric.
For sure. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll speak to us eventually, or maybe Anton has an inner voice that's calling him to adventure and dragon slaying, and he attributes that to the spirit. That is what it is, then.
Well, I only mention it because the elves warned us of the corrupting force of these weapons. Maybe elves haven't spoken to us because we're not there. Maybe our morality doesn't see eye to eye with theirs. Perhaps Anton's spear speaks to him because he's already halfway down that path, if you know what I mean.
Perhaps when we gain a bit more strength, I fiddle with the ring on my finger. Perhaps I can get a better view of what Anton is like. But I don't put much stock in what elves say. Never mind them not being family. They're not even humans. Elves just are totally driven by another set of goals that I don't think we ought to concern ourselves with. So...
very wise, Cyril. Well, if we are to slay these brown dragons, if the weapons are going to speak, surely they will do so then.
Yeah, hopefully. Or maybe they won't, and we'll just kill dragons as we continue to do so. As long as these weapons serve us well and are powerful weapons in combat, that's all we need. Hopefully we provide adequate conversation to ourselves. We don't need to talk to our weapons as we travel.
Yes, well, true. Always proved to be good conversation. Well, enough business. Let's
drink.
Speak of women.
Speak of women.
Have you found yourself a wife yet? I know Mother has been furiously searching the nobility of the lands for a suitable match.
The only lady my hand has caressed recently is this blade. I've been training every day with, I don't remember the guy's name. The older gentleman that we brought into our household. Yes, I have. I believe I'm quite better wielding multiple weapons at a time. We seem to come across so many magical swords, I thought it'd be nice to use a few more of them in combat, so... but perhaps when we come back from our adventures, we will take a look into that. I'm sure even at this point, we have our pick of the litter. Who wouldn't want to be married to legendary dragon slayers, yeah?
Yeah, you're probably right, yeah. I mean, I never had any trouble before. I imagine now it'll be a clean sweep.
Yeah, and now the stories that you tell the ladies you talk to can actually be true for once. So.
Be true, yeah. I don't have to make them up. That's a good point. All right, so we drink the night away.
We drink.
I have a better answer for the divination. Anton would have thought about it through the night. What does it mean that justice has been done? He prays and he thinks to himself about the tenets of Elthara. Rights and wrongs are too abstract to be constant. Only you are capable of judging the two. A wrong has only been righted when you feel it in your soul. More often than not, you must take justice into your own hands if you wish it to be done. Anton was 100% willing to go and kill that man for what he did. He did take justice into his own hands, and the man just chose the easy way out versus having to deal with the Cleric of Vengeance. But I think Anton still at least was willing to go get vengeance. He feels the right has been wronged. He's happy with it. And I'm sure the lady's happy with it too.
Okay. Well then.
All right.
Okay, so...
Jamrick never...
No, I probably did.
Anton is
okay.
Anton is not upset. He's disappointed in his younger brother.
Well, this next morning, Neal, I will use the crystal ball on Anton, and once I can scry on him, I'll cast project self to him.
Or real quick, before we do this, can I just ask the elf if the armor is done, or if it's going to be done soon?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah,
if it's going to be a few days, then we can just wait a couple days, but otherwise we'll just leave now.
You were saying?
Is the green armor enchantment done? The green dragon scale armor enchantment done?
No. That's not, sorry. That's
a month later it's not done?
I rolled my dice. Cool. It's going to take a little while.
Okay. All right, then. Project.
I project self to Anton, appearing in front of him. Possibly, I'm up at Ellie, so maybe he's still asleep. Maybe he's praying.
Anton's up.
Anton!
Oh, who is this?
I apologize, brother. I've not had a chance. I've been locked in my studies. But
you said you'd visit me frequently. I've been waiting for that.
Have you been bored?
Quite disappointed in you, Imric. Thought you were a man of your word.
I'm sorry, Anton. With everything that was going on, it slipped my mind.
You were too busy for me. It's fine.
I was keeping an eye on you though. I've been making sure you're safe.
Was
I
he?
couldn't spare the spell
I should be
slots.
able to tell if
Yeah, I
someone's
said
trying.
every morning, every night.
Okay,
I scried
cool.
on him. Yeah.
At the very least, I'm happy with that. I'm
We
just kidding,
are
younger brother. I missed you.
good.
You guys coming?
good. We've missed you. Yes, we will be arriving shortly. Did you have your followers prepare the teleportation?
Follow
stand?
me.
Very
I'll
well.
open the door and take you out, show you the teleportation stand. Erected in a beautiful Velthar red.
Oh, this is fine work, brother. I will take my time, Neal, to circle around it carefully and examine this place a great deal. And I'm in person. I can't touch it, but I can look at it from different angles.
And
I
project
think-
self doesn't have the duration is just concentration, right?
Yep.
Am I able
So-
to? Oh, go ahead.
I think if I were to say I want to know it well enough that 6 months from now I could teleport back is one thing, but for me to say like as soon as I end the project self I teleport there, I think I can count as knowing it pretty well, right? If I've just spent a long time looking at it. Maybe 6 months later I've forgotten, but
Before he teleports down here, am I able to roll some dice to see how well the priests were trained and how well the men-at-arms were trained? Because I'm going to be sending that guy back at some point to take those, I don't know, 10 people.
Yeah.
I was here for like a month and a week, maybe a month and two, depending.
So we're gonna have you make a non-proficient. I think there's a teaching or tutoring check.
The thing that I made, by the way.
Tutoring.
I made that proficiency, yes, because I
Mhm.
needed to teach people a language in Desperate Measures.
Well, it's a wisdom check. You don't have it, so give me your check at half your wisdom.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 9,
Plus 9.
22.
So your tutelage goes well. You've been successful. These are not just like you're not just a decent teacher. These are eager students who want to learn the things that you have to offer. This is their purpose in life. These are
Devout?
their enemies would call them fanatics. You would call them
Zealots?
zealous. Zealot is maybe a little like I think there's some negative connotations with zealot, but zealous is a little less negative connotations. Yeah, they're eager, they're ready. When you say this is how you do things, they take these notions to heart. When the classes are over, they practice night and day. They have some amount of food supplies, but certainly people are working less to fish, to feed themselves, to go out on raids, and the whole community is inwardly focused on this specific project.
Then I'm happy with them, and we're gonna have Botaco. I don't remember his name very well. That guy.
Bartico.
Bartico. He's gonna take him back to mom. All 19 clerics, or all 19 priests, my cleric, and the new 10 to 20 fighters he trained.
Right. Okay. So I think we'd said 15.
15's fine, yeah.
Yeah, because you needed 30 household guard, and so you got half new, half experienced.
Yep.
So he will. How are they getting home? They don't. There's.
They have ships on the Red
Yep.
Coast.
Yep.
I'm assured that like they can make a trip over, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They can make a trip over. They'll take extra people so that they can then have the remainder sail those ships back.
Yeah.
So the village will almost entirely empty out when your brothers are on their way.
Good.
yeah, so I spend time examining the platform. Once I'm satisfied that I know it well enough to be able to teleport there, I will open my eyes back at home, my project self disappearing. I'll stand up from my chair, go and gather Tyrael, and I size him up with his armor on. How much does it look like he weighs? Tyrael, how much do you weigh?
I think 203 pounds.
Perfect. All right. Take my hand, Tyrael.
I grasp his hand.
I speak the arcane words to teleport. There is no material component, and we phase out of existence. And I roll a d100, and hopefully we end up on the platform.
Wait, what are these rolls?
This is why we built the platform. It should be fine. 18, Neal, is that good?
That's probably good.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
If you roll
There's a
too
chance
low,
that you appear in the wrong spot and you appear in the earth and instantly die.
yeah.
But the
If you roll
platform
too
was
low,
to stop that.
How high or low
So-
are we talking here?
depends how well
One or
you know
two.
the area. If you roll low, you end up 10 feet below. If you roll high, you end up 10 feet above. So this is why a 10-foot platform is perfect, because if you roll low, you just end up on the ground.
That's
Fine.
good to know.
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't
there's
tell you about the
also-
teleportation
It's not
chance.
just 10. You can end up more than 10 feet below
Oh, really?
if your roll is bad enough. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, well, then there was a little risk with this roll.
And that's a little risk, yeah.
I know. When you said a 10-foot platform, I was like, wow, he's confident.
It's not like I haven't rolled a 1 before.
You rolled 100, yes, last time.
I rolled 100, yeah, on Tuesday. Let me check the spell. I think we
Teleport's a
should
5th
be
level
okay.
spell, right?
Yes.
Teleport. Okay. You rolled an 18. Unless you had never seen this place, an 18 is on target.
Yeah,
So you
perfect.
are good.
We end up on the platform, and I let go of Tyriel's hand as I feel the blast of hot desert air in my face. I open my eyes to see Anton smiling down at me.
Welcome to the
Anton.
Holy Land, brothers.
The holy desert. Yes, we're here. I jump down from the platform.
Give him a hug.
Good to see you again, Anton.
It's 10 feet per percentage point you're off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna.
I didn't
Okay.
realize that.
Yeah. But it worked out. It's fine. You're there.
We need a bigger tower next time.
Yeah, we need a bigger tower next time. Well, have you organized your followers?
Yes, the village is quarter empty. I've sent them back to Mother. 15 fighters and 20 clerics. One who's gonna stay. Well, priest. One who's gonna stay inside our home, who is a cleric.
And these people, I got to know them a little bit last time we were here, but you know, they're not exactly. I don't mean any offense by this, Anton. They're not exactly. Well, they are civilized, but they're a little bit more rough around the edges. Do you think they will fare okay within the capital? Their social
I taught him a lot of things about etiquette.
This is what I'm
and-
worried about. I'm not sure that you're the best tutor in these regards.
I'm an excellent tutor, Imric. It's fine. Anyways, we're not here to talk about what I did for this month. We're here to go
No.
kill dragons, aren't we?
Indeed. Well, I have some spells for the task, but I've expended a lot of my magics bringing Tyriel
me to
myself
nap you?
here. Yes, please. If you have a bed, that would be great.
I'll take you to my chambers and I'll cast a nap on you.
Okay, I will sleep for an hour and change my spells up.
Tyriel, while that hour's going on, are you able to check your hammer? See how far, if you can see any dragons afoot?
Sure, I pull the hammer out of my bag. I kind of toss it around and I hold on to it. I try to close my eyes or look around or see if I get a feeling of any dragons nearby. I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to feel, even if it does work,
Yeah.
but...
Well, let's open up the item.
Oh, Neal, sorry, a question to interrupt. Is it alright if when one of my spells needs a component, crystal marbles, was it okay for me to have picked up some of those?
Those are fine. You can get
Yeah.
those. We haven't really charged you for spell components in a long time. So
I've
at some
actually
point we'll
got
have
a
to...
list. I have a list of every component, so I've been keeping track.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, we'll do a quick, 5-minute calculation of fees just to make sure you're not, blowing through unlimited amounts of money.
Yes,
the weapon...
well, you're welcome to look at my character sheet on the animal tab, is all of my spell
Okay.
components.
Did
Perfect.
Bloodsinger, during this month, talk to me at all about the brown dragons? I mean, I would have tried to talk to them, I guess.
I have a lot of things coming at me. Let's
Do your
take
thing.
them one at a time. We'll start with Tyriel and the Crawlfort Hammer. You've arrived. You've met your brother. You sense the presence of dragons around you, searching out for a radius of 1 mile per level of the wielder. We will take the highest level of your class, which is 11th level
11.
rogue. 11th level rogue. And so we search 11 miles from your location and see if we can find dragons. And you find no dragons within 11 miles of this village. This village is safe for the time being. But as you pick the hammer up and as you like search out the presence of dragons, just kind of intuitively, you can feel a guiding hand, almost like someone else is holding your hand, and then you're not holding it in the hammer, that you're holding another person gently. And a voice comes to you. Not here. I don't smell them here.
Do I feel like I can communicate back in my head, or do I need to speak?
Try it. Try one or the other.
Yeah, first I think the thoughts, who am I listening to right now?
You know me. I am in your hand. I am Crawlfort the Hammer, Dragon Slayer Extraordinaire.
Crawlfort the Hammer. Why has my sword not spoken to me yet?
I do not know Harbinger's mind. I am my own person.
Huh. Well, I was told that you could detect the presence of other weapons, so I thought maybe you'd be a little bit more connected to them than they are to you.
He's right there.
Thanks. Kind of look around. So where do I think these brown dragons are?
Well, where did you guys fight them last time? How far were you from town?
We were pretty close.
It was like out here.
It was pretty close, yeah.
Within like 30 miles, I think.
Yeah, we were within 30 miles, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can, I have polymorph though. We can fly. And keep checking,
That's what
right?
we will do.
Let's bring some water. I know that you've got water, but it's a desert, so we might need a little bit more than is usually available.
I will clap
Tyrell,
and have my
yeah.
servants come and bring water for the party.
How much can I fit in one of my pockets, Neal, in a water skin? How many liters?
Each of your pockets holds... Is it 10 pockets that hold 10 pounds?
10 pockets that hold 10 pounds and like 100 or something that hold...
100 that hold 1 pound. So the 1 pound pockets are too small to bother holding water in. The 10 pound pockets you could fit water skins in. They're not like... The width is going to be the problem, so you'd need like... Because a water skin, it has like a pretty hefty width to it. So how are we going to fit...
I can carry an
Big
infinite...
water
I can carry a
skins.
ton of water with me, so...
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
fine.
I have like
Yeah,
300
okay.
pounds extra in my bag of holding. We're still barely using any
The
of it, so-
village gives you gourds, they give you water skins, they give you all sorts of tools for carrying fresh water. You could fill it up at the nearby creek and head out into the desert. And away we go.
Can I, after... well, so does the hammer tell me the direction that it feels other things might be? Or where the dragons are?
No, it only senses their presence within 11 miles.
Okay, gotcha.
And outside of that, it doesn't work.
Can I place the
Okay,
hammer
so-
back in the bag? Can I draw the sword and kind of look at it? Do I feel anything from it? Does it say anything yet?
Nope.
Interesting. I'll sheath the
Okay.
sword and I'll say to Imric, well, our little brother might be partially crazy, but not completely crazy. It seems these weapons do speak to us. I don't know if yours has spoken to you yet, but the hammer definitely has an inside voice.
Do you speak to it within your head?
I guess I do, or I'm going as crazy as our younger brother seems to be, yeah.
I draw my bow, Neal, and I'll take an ethereal arrow from my quiver and just like fire it up into the sky. Check it works.
The bow fires a bow, an arrow goes into the sky, certainly.
I say to it in my head, well, it seems the time to test you out has come. Help us find these brown dragons and you may taste their blood this day. I wait for a response, and if not getting one, I will put the bow back on my back, and I'll say, are you guys ready to go? Tyrell, use the hammer to guide us. I will fly.
I am ready. However, we should probably adorn ourselves in the acid potions that we have. One potion should fit 8 of us, or for all 4 of us for 8 hours.
And
Fine. Well, my flight lasts 3 hours, so...
Okay, and we think, how long does You said for 8 hours?
For 8 hours, yeah. One potion will last all of us for 8 hours.
Hopefully we
Okay.
can find it.
I am going to who all is coming with us? Is it just the 3 of us?
Just
Yeah.
the 3 of us.
Okay.
You know, just as a point of caution, you've napped me today. If we waited till tomorrow, I could get another 2 castings of Polymorph Self, so we could go out for longer, make most of those 8 hours.
There's no reason not to wait a day, so yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's
We'll wait a
today
day.
then. Okay, we wait today. I learn the same spells, Neal. I cast Stone Skin on myself in the morning.
Okay, done.
And then when we're ready, I'll cast Polymorph Self
Yep.
and turn into a Pegasus and get ready to fly.
Yeah, first of all, when you turn into polymorph and unpolymorph, the oil of acid resistance will still be on you, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
So, yeah. Okay,
Before
so
we leave, can we move a bit away from the people? I'm going to take about, I think we said 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll don the Golden Dragon armor and remove my Rohana's armor. As long as no one here to see us, I can wear this while fighting so I don't get killed by these.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm going to
So
remove...
Tyrael looks like a literal god, right?
Sure, I'm going to remove one of the oil of acid resistances from our sheet. We have got 4, now we have 3.
Okay, so we split it between 3.
Tyrael with 17 dex, 18 strength. Is it 18 strength?
17 strength.
Yeah.
17 strength. Gold dragon armor, cheetah
18
cloak,
con.
18 con, parapet of health around his neck, amulet of health
Plus
around
5
his neck.
sword.
Magic boots as well.
We got all
Springing and
sorts of magic
striding.
shit, yeah.
He's decked out, yeah.
Yeah, he's decked as fuck.
Okay.
There can be no one with more magic gear than Tyrael right now in the whole world. I don't believe it.
Or even the 3 of us
insane
probably have
the
more
amount
than
of
any
shit you've
dragon hold or any, yeah.
Oh, maybe Scoria has more, but in terms of
Based
like
on
one
Azeroth?
man,
Oh, shit.
yeah, well, in terms of one man, I can't see how anyone could have better gear than you right now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well then.
We
Okay.
set off.
We
Take
do
it
go
to
on.
flight
Yeah,
over the desert.
I will let Tyrael guide me, but I assume we're flying kind of like this towards the center.
Yep.
We've got 9 hours of this, so I suggest we go 4.5 hours out and then look to come back. Unless we think we can camp in the desert. But our oil only lasts for 8 hours, so...
Shouldn't be a thing. We should be able to find him.
Maybe we should wait to do the oil until we've spotted the dragon's lair location. Perhaps we should search until we find them, and then once we know, okay, they're 50 miles in that direction,
Okay, we'll
then
do
we
that
do
then.
the oil. Yeah,
That's fine.
Okay.
hope we don't get ambushed.
We'll wait for the.
We shouldn't be able to get ambushed because this hammer will tell us if we're within, like, it's 11 miles, right? 1
11
mile per-
miles.
11 miles.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
can't fly, so we should be good.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Well, you take off. You could, I guess, in theory, be 10 miles above the ground and still spot one of these creatures because they're 11 miles down, right? And it's unlikely their lair is more than a mile under the ground, but you can
And we
also
won't be
just
more
sail.
than... we won't be
we'll
10 miles off the ground. That's like
We'll be
airplane
like-
heights, right?
We won't even be a mile off the ground,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
we'll be like a mile up, maybe max.
I think at 10 miles, I think we all die.
Yeah.
Because it's like 50,000 feet in the
Yeah.
air,
Yeah. Yeah, not even commercial airplanes fly at 10 miles above the ground.
yeah. Yeah, it's going to be like 7 tons.
Yeah. So you spot them, or more aptly, your hammer in your hand lets you know that one of them is near.
Just one.
No,
Nice.
three of them are nearby. You're above the ground. What is the situation? Nick, you're a Pegasus. Anton's in a bag, and Tyrael's riding on your back.
I think, can't the both of us ride on the Pegasus?
Can you
Yeah.
hold both of them?
It's not clear in the spell how
I
encumbrance
weigh
works.
175.
I would say a Pegasus
Whatever the
can carry two
situation is,
people.
Tyrael
Yeah.
has to be on your back in order to
Yeah.
sense all these things. And as you're flying, the hammer says, there's one, there's another, there's 3. There's a nest of 3. It's below us.
Why not? I'll convey to Pegasus. The Pegasus. Before I do that, though, I'll partially draw the sword Harbinger, and I'm curious if I hear anything from it.
Yes, as soon as you draw the sword, you can hear the voice of Harbinger in your hand. The dragons, they're near. They're near. My brother tells me they are. Come, take to the ground, we shall slay them. Plunge me into their backs, draw their blood, let it flow over my blade.
Jeez. I
Yes,
sheathe that
that's
sword
pretty
and I
intense.
shake my head. These dragons beneath us. We're close. The hammer tells me.
Well, we need to
Okay.
put on our oil of acid resistance. Do we plan on fighting 3 at once? They are weak-ish.
The last time we met one of these, you were almost met with death, correct?
I was very unlucky.
Are we not worried that that could happen here? 'Twould be unfortunate for the 3 of us to meet our demise in this insignificant desert for no reason.
Worst case scenario, we teleport out. You also killed it in a round last time. In a minute.
I say we land and fight. I believe in us.
Okay.
Dragons, they're not shockingly intelligent. They're not going to
Okay,
ambush
so I don't
us
know
or
where
anything.
these. I don't know exactly where the dragons are, but we need to land like somewhere away from them, so
Of course.
we can put the oil on safely.
I mean,
So
we can
hopefully
land.
the 3 will guide through
Yeah, we can
around.
land half a mile away or a mile away, and that should still give us plenty of time. They're not going to cover a mile and
No,
you know,
I
a
mean, they
minute.
probably don't even know we're there. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we land. I turn back to me. We apply the oil.
Land. We're going to land 2 miles away. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You land. The hammer in your hand will tell you that one of these brown dragons is near the surface, keeping an eye out, and the other 2 are down about 500 feet below.
I understand.
Put it on your cloaks. Hide the magic. I
Hide
doubt
them.
they'll know, but
Will cloaks hide our magic?
if you put on a cloak, it'll at least not show that you have golden dragon armor on. Hopefully.
I draw my bow nail and string it.
Okay.
I pull out Blood Singer, and I guess we walk to the dragon.
I think yeah, we go on foot. Yeah, so because it takes me a round to shift, so better to just be on foot.
We all have the acid resistance on us.
Yep. We apply it all.
Rubbed it in.
And I say that we also have, we took a night yesterday. We would have unfailing endurance on all of us. Is that cool, Koibu? I always do this no matter what.
Yep, you do it all the time. Seems fine with me.
Unfailing endurance is on everybody.
What is unfailing endurance at again? Remind the chat.
Adds strength to your saves if you need them. Doesn't
get-
let you be fatigued either.
Oh, okay.
It gives you bonus on like strength or con checks,
Okay.
Yeah.
as well as stops you from being tired.
Gotcha.
Okay, we walk.
We walk.
Okay. Across the red desert you go. It's hot. It's dry. It is November now, isn't it? Actually. So the winds are streaking across the desert, coming in from the north, blowing out to sea. Sand and dust picks up and flutters in your eyes. Vision is not too bad, but every now and then you find yourself blinking to wipe the grime out of your face.
I remind us as we walk, make sure you have the appropriate rings equipped, your appropriate amulets on, anything else you need.
And this is the moment to
Anton,
finalize
give
all
my
of your-
amulet. Give me my amulet back, Anton. So
I
can
hand
wear
you the
yours. Yeah.
amulet of recall.
Do we
Okay,
need
I
rings
put my
of
amulet of recall back on.
Do we need rings of
This
free
is-
action against these dragons?
I don't think so.
Probably not. I'm keeping mine on because it's the best one I got.
Same.
This is the moment to finalize your spells and gear. From here on in, whatever we've declared, we have. Anything we've not declared, no matter how obvious, we don't have.
Okay, well, when we're about half a mile out, I'll cast mirror image. But until then, nothing.
Can you?
I've got stone skin on me, right?
You said you had it this
You
morning.
said you had it, yeah.
You did, yep. Can you tell me real quick what is the damage on crawl fort again?
1d4, and it's 3d4 if you attack a dragon.
Okay, 3d4 for hitting a. I see that on the thing. The bonus to hit into damage is it 3?
It should be d4 plus 1, so it should be 3d4 plus 3.
Okay, so plus 3 to damage and plus 3 to hit. But I lose. Do I lose 1 or 2 because of? I don't have ambidextrous, but I have 2
You
in
lose
it.
2 because you're not specialized in the weapon.
Okay.
So you're going to be attacking at a 0 with your main hand, a 0 penalty, and a -3 with the hammer.
Okay. Wait, why did you put a 3d4 plus 3 in there? Shouldn't
Because
it just?
the damage of the hammer is d4 plus 1
Okay.
against normal people, 3d4 plus 3 against dragons, and that's on top of the plus 3 to hit and damage magical bonus.
Okay. I'm putting 0 to hit because of my thing, because I don't have proficiency in hammers. Okay. The sword is good for dragon damage, right? That's just 3d12, right? That's not 3d12 plus anything?
Correct.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So my damage is correct, Koibu. 2 attacks, 3 to hit, 64 to damage, and 64 plus 3 to damage, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
And then what is, real quick, the type and speed of a hammer? Or do I just roll in with my sword?
The type is bludgeoning. The speed is 5.
5. And then do I get 1 hit with my offhand, every hit with my main hand?
Yeah, so no, you get 1 extra attack per round with your offhand.
Okay.
And it happens on your initiative order, and then all your secondary attacks happen afterwards.
Interesting. Okay. And I have no penalty on my main hand because I have 2 weapon fighting.
Yep.
Correct. Okay.
Correct.
And then I'm going to take off my one-handed fighting style AC bonus. So I have 30 AC.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
So
Okay.
can you please tell me if we see a dragon coming for us with the hammer, like 3 or 4 rounds in advance? Because I have spells that I'd like to get off.
Oh yeah, the dragon is letting you know. You know, they're 3 miles out. They're 2 miles out.
Okay.
They're 1 mile out. Yeah, they're.
So I
giving
want to
you-
know 3 rounds in advance before we get ambushed or something.
Yeah, of course.
To cast my spells. Just a heads up.
Certainly.
Yep.
Yeah. You might want to do it at like 6 rounds, because if you wait until you're
That's
3
good, too.
rounds from them, and then you start casting spells, but then they come after you, you know.
Sure.
So you can negotiate how you want that to be done.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay. So we're 2 miles out is where we landed. So I'll let you know as we walk towards them what's happening. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, you all good with all your spells, your gear, your all
Good
things?
with everything.
I believe so.
Let's kill some
Okay.
dragons.
As you approach, as you get closer, you're like a mile out. Then you're 4/5 of a mile. Then you're 3/5 of a mile. And it's at this point that the hammer speaks to you and says, "No, the one on the surface is crawling down. It's escaping. We need to travel into the earth, deep within the earth where the others are. They're 500 feet below the surface."
Speak to my party. The hammer says that the dragon is descending into the earth. Do we have a way to travel beneath? It says they're about 500 feet beneath the surface.
I could draw them out with my cloud kill spell, but I'd have to have a way to cast down there. 500 feet is a long way. I could perhaps turn into some creature and burrow as a hole. Maybe the bullets that we saw last time we were here.
That would absolutely do it.
Do you feel safe doing so?
Safe is a strong word, but
I think to the hammer, does it seem as though the dragons run from us?
Yes. They feel your power. They must have seen you. They know you're here for them. I can sense their fear. Have you seen them before? There's no reason a dragon should be this paranoid.
We have indeed fought and slain one of these before, I believe.
I can see it in your mind's eye as you say the words. Proper slaying. Fast and furious.
Well,
We'll lay it down, yeah. We don't have much time, so let's do it.
okay. How big is a boule, Neal? Can I turn into a boule, or is that too big? I think the limit is a hippo.
You've seen a boule, haven't you?
I have.
we
yeah.
have indeed. We were up
Fucked
close,
up a
right
boule.
next to it.
Yeah.
Boules are 9.5 feet tall, 12 feet long. So that's probably a little bit bigger than a hippopotamus.
About a small boule.
Hippo
though.
size's length is 17 feet.
Hippos are huge. Cords.
11 to 17 feet.
11 to 17 feet long?
They're
what I
big
Googled,
beasts.
yeah.
They put them in the giraffes in the zoo. They're in like the same area. Those guys are
These are
monsters.
big motherfuckers, Koibu.
But they only. But how tall are they is the
I'm
problem,
trying to
right?
find that, yeah. Hold on.
Pretty sure they're like they might have
Yeah,
must
but
be like
it's
7
9
feet tall or
tall.
something.
It
at
doesn't
least,
say
right?
height, it says mass.
5 feet tall, 16 feet long.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're about the size of a person up to shoulders, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, 4 to 5. The boule is 9.5 feet tall, but I think that goes all the way to the top of the fin, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
12
Give it
feet
to him,
long.
Koibu, you
Hippos
pog.
could be. All right. If you can pass me an int check, Nick, since it's borderline.
Be smart. Don't fuck
Please
up.
do
Just
this,
don't fuck up,
Please.
Nick.
Yes.
Easy.
Finally, Jesus.
All right.
Yeah,
This is a little bit dangerous, but I've got stone skin and mirror image and display, so
fine.
it's probably fine. Okay, stay behind me. I say as I
Stay behind you.
transform.
Are all three of us going beneath?
Well, I'm gonna try. What I'm gonna try and do is just like dig low enough that I can cast the cloud kill into their lair and force them out. But they may ambush me, right? So
Okay.
So how are they going to follow behind you? Because when you're tunneling as a boule, you're not creating an open air tunnel, right? The material you pull from in front of you, you push behind you. So where are your party members?
yeah, maybe that won't work then.
Wait, can't we just wait on the surface for him to go down and do that?
Oh, if you just want to wait for him to go down and do something, that's fine. I thought the purpose of the boule was to transport the whole party underground, but don't listen
Well,
to me.
I'm thinking that maybe I'll find some tunnel structures or something by the time I get down there. I mean, they can't really be digging through 500 feet of sand every time they want to get to that lair, could they?
Yeah, for sure. Copium.
So I start doing it, Neil. I start digging down. It's a shame I haven't got the hammer on me to judge where I'm going here.
I mean, I
Alright,
can.
well, you dig down.
Okay.
Down.
Can I cast before he digs down, if you'll let me or no?
I think he just hopped down, and you're like,
Okay,
wait,
that's
no!
fine.
But he's like digging.
Yep. That's all good.
Okay.
I try and speak to the bow then as I'm digging. I don't know if it will work, but I say to it, let me know when it's close.
The bow does not seem to reply. Probably can't communicate with you in this way it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not seeing the thing I'm looking for. So,
I'm kind of hoping to find some sort of tunnel system, but
yeah, I'm gonna need a. All right, Nick, give me a
same perception.
wisdom or intelligence, either one. Your pick.
32.
Damn.
Sure enough, you burrow deep into the earth and burst into an open chamber. And in this open chamber, you are met with an initiative roll because your quarry is here. They sensed you coming. They can feel you digging in through the ground, and they are ready.
Okay, hang on. I was trying to stop before I burst in. Is this
So
just
you
not
said I was looking
happened?
for a tunnel system.
Yeah, like to find a tunnel down, not
You
to like
found
just not just to like, oh hey, I'm here, lads, because I can't fight them on my own. But
You're fine. You have three. You have like a bunch of mirror images. You have stone skin.
And you got that necklace, so when they
You got
kill
your
you,
necklace.
you're not gonna bleed out.
You're okay.
I haven't got the necklace.
No, he's got the amulet. That's all that matters.
Oh, you are gonna die then.
You're fine.
Bye.
Well, it sounded maybe your intention was not made clear.
Yeah, I was trying to. What I would like to do is to get just above their chamber, so I could make a hole and cast Cloud Kill into it, and then run up. That was what I was really hoping to do. I understand if that's impossible, though.
Well, I've taken a look at the Boule stat block, and unless I am completely blind and can't find it, I don't think Boules have any sort of like tremor sense or ground sense sort of situation.
I wouldn't get that anyway. Well,
yeah.
actually, maybe I would. No, I don't think so.
So then you wouldn't have any. It relies on vibrations to detect prey. Okay, it does rely on vibrations, but it doesn't. You don't get the senses of the creature, right?
Well, you get.
So you wouldn't know.
No, you don't. Yeah.
You wouldn't know that you were inches above a tunnel until you break into the tunnel, essentially, right?
Yeah.
How would you sense this
No,
if not?
you wouldn't. I was kind of hoping that the bow would help, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't
No,
work.
the bow does not sense creatures. So you sort of burrow, and then break through some ground, and then since there's nothing below you, tumble into this area. Now you're a burrower, you're fine. You don't like fall prone or get fucked up or anything. You just land in here, and as you land, you hear the shrieks and the cries of the dragons here, and you roll initiative against them.
What's the initiative for a boule? to move?
6. This is the dangerous moment here. You're alone, 500 feet
You're
below
fine.
the earth. Are you?
And they really can't have followed. No, not even if I'd gone slow.
No. No. There's no way.
It's kind of a useless plan because I just got to run now. I mean,
They're gonna follow you though.
maybe. How big is this chamber, by the way?
What's your light source like?
Non-existent.
Then it is unknowably large.
Okay.
All right, so 1d10 plus.
Hello.
You guys are
You're
definitely
Hello.
huge, maybe gargantuan.
Oh.
You're gonna be fine, Nick.
It
I wouldn't
matters
scare
whether
you.
they're huge or gargantuan. So let me see where the breaking point is for creature sizes.
Yep.
Huge. Gargantuan is greater than 25 feet. These are gargantuan creatures.
Okay.
So 3, 6 is large, 9 is huge, 12 is gargantuan. So they go at 17, 14, and 19. Which means you go first, Nick.
All right. I turn around and burrow up.
And up you burrow. As you... Nope, you wouldn't hear anything behind you. But you can begin to make and break for the surface.
What does his hammer say? Hero's hammer.
I will wait for him to get to the surface, and then I will tell you in retrospect rather than telling you now while he's still burrowing.
Okay, because I just want to know if I'm going to be casting spells. So you're going to let me cast
Right.
them then? Okay, cool.
Yeah. You will have
Yep,
had
that's
the
fair.
time to know.
He just doesn't want to let Nick know about the 12
just
other
wanna know what-
dragons that
yeah.
we're hiding.
Exactly. Exactly.
You said gargantuan. That implies pretty high age class. I thought these guys were young.
You only need to be 25 feet long to be gargantuan.
We're going to fuck these guys up, Nick. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. If they come out, I think we are.
Wow. All right. Well, Nick, round 1 of you ascending to the surface. You can move at movement speed 12 through the earth, no problem. However, the brown dragons can move at movement speed 24 through the earth, no
Sure.
problem. So on your first round, I guess actually on your second round, the first round you ran, the second round, they come up behind you, following you, and they will get to like very close to you, to the point that you can feel the dragon's claws coming up and like hitting your hind side as you're like crawling away. And they tend to move in larger bursts. You have like a scurrying motion, while they have like a kind of leaping and lunging and pulling motion to them. So you'll feel something like knocking at your legs to let you know that there is a dragon behind you, and you can roll initiative against the one that's directly behind you.
Okay. So
This is 2 rounds up. You've been
Yeah.
going at movement speed 12, so it's 120 feet. So you've gone 240 feet
about
of the
halfway.
500. You're halfway there.
Okay, initiative.
Yep.
Initiative. My tokens are not being dragged onto Roll20's dying. So I'll just roll it like this. 10 plus 12. Ah, you both roll natural 10s. Okay. What do you do on your turn, Imric?
I'm still going up. I'm glad that
you
they're
just keep
chasing me,
burrowing?
actually. Yeah.
Okay. You make another 120 feet, getting yourself to 360, and the dragon will take a half move. And I think it's probably got to use its claws in order to burrow, but it will be able to make a bite attack against you from behind.
Sure.
Cover because of sand moving in and shit.
They can move the sound out the way.
Nah, they're burrowing creatures. They're designed to fight in this way. So here we go.
Yeah. It's fine. I've got so much protection there, don't worry.
You're fine.
One attack around is not
Copium.
gonna kill me, no way.
That's what Mooten said last time, remember?
That's true.
So we're rolling at plus 14 to hit. 20 plus 14 is 34.
Perfect. That hits, but I'm displaced.
That sounds like a critical hit.
But I'm displaced, so it doesn't hit me. Looking at the dicing, can I change that, Neal?
Uh-oh.
I shouldn't have said that.
Displacement while
absolutely.
burrowing is a little bit different because these dragons don't work by sight, they work by tremor sense. They feel the movement through the earth. So your displacement is not going to help you for creatures that don't need vision.
Wait, hang on. Is the displace only visual? Yeah. It's not like an olfactory illusion. Okay.
Yeah. And it's definitely not going to create physical sensations away from you.
That's fine. It's just a stone skin charge. Or mirror image.
I've got 5 mirror images. So I'll roll a d6.
No, he's going to argue the same thing.
Yeah, for the mirror image. The exact same argument because the mirror image is again a visual sensation. But you have stone skin.
He's got stone skin.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah.
So the 34, I assume, is a double crit, right?
Yes.
So it knocks off 3 stone skin charges.
Okay.
This is
No problem.
This is why hubris is a killer. Yeah.
No, it's not a problem.
Next round.
It's not a problem.
Next round. You know that the creature can do your movement in a half move, so it's going to get another bite. You're 360 feet from the surface.
Wait, what? No, hang on, I'm not.
Or no, you're 360 feet from the bottom. You are 140 feet from the surface.
Okay.
Can I make a sprint? No?
He would be.
Can I try and get that extra 20 feet? No?
No.
I got a 10 for initiative.
Well, then you immediately go first. You move away from the creature who attacked you from behind, provoking the attack of opportunity attack?
You're really on one right now, aren't you?
Or are you going to disengage and only move a third your distance?
Can I... Can I spend my round shifting into something smaller that can also burrow to get away from it?
Hey, you're gonna get fucking eaten then. Down his gullet.
If it has more than 2 more attacks on me, I'm gonna probably die. So how far am I away, Neal? 100
You're 140 feet from the surface.
You're already in a grave. That's convenient.
If I disengage, I get to move how far?
1/3 your movement speed, so another
40 feet.
40 feet.
Which would get me to how far away?
100 feet.
And so then 1 more round after that and I could get away.
1 more round.
Yeah, disengage. This is a good plan, yeah.
Okay, so I'll disengage 40 feet this round.
Yeah, and I think, and for our purpose here, a disengage is you doing some like weird burrowing stuff where you like burrow to the side and around and you do like a quick loop so the creature has to go in an awkward direction to follow you. And so you're sort of burrowing at the same speed, but you're burrowing in like a weird pattern that makes it hard for the creature to follow you immediately. But it does, and it will still get its regular attack this round. 14 and 14 is 28. There's probably a back attack bonus in there, but I think a 28 hits you anyway, regardless, right?
Hits. Yes.
And 28 does not clear by 10.
No. Even
30 wouldn't clear by 10, right?
1 stone skin.
30 would just about clear by 10.
Because it would get +2 for back attack since it's following you. It wouldn't get any of those other surprise bonuses or vision bonuses. It would just get the +2 for back attack. Is that clear by 10?
I think if we're gonna argue that we can't we couldn't make a hole down, like because shit is gonna be shifting and moving down.
Yeah, I think like covering a load of sand behind me.
There must be at least some level of cover to stop a back attack.
Or at the very least, I would say that like if there's no bonuses given for mirror image or whatever, then there's no bonuses for back attack. That seems like it. Because there is going to be, because you're not making like a clean tunnel. He's going to be digging stuff out of the way and attacking and everything too, right?
Yeah.
Another good question for us to do here. When you're polymorphed, do you use your AC or the creature's AC?
Your own AC.
Your AC? Certain. Did you say?
I'm pretty certain use everything that's just your own. But I'll double check that.
Yeah. You might want the bully's AC.
No, I think it would be better if I had my own AC, but I don't. If I had its AC, but I.
Let's just do a quick looky-loo here. Polymorph other, polymorph self.
The wizard retains his own hit points, attack rolls, and saving throws. So maybe not, actually.
But the Boulet's got like 20.
That's a win. Yeah.
Saving throws.
Do you remember the Boulet's AC?
It has multiple ACs depending on where you are attacking it. So let's find out its booty AC. Let's see.
My protection rings and stuff like that would still be in operation. So I would still get bonuses to its AC.
Oh, and actually...
The Boulet's AC is 22.
Yeah, that's good.
So that would... But there'd be another
it's
plus,
not a crit.
But there'd be another plus 8 on top of that.
A plus 8 on top of that?
Well, no, actually, let's ignore armor. Armor wouldn't count, but another plus 4 from the ring and cloak of protections.
Okay, another 4 maybe.
So what's that take me to?
26.
So that 34 wouldn't have been a double crit, actually. It would have been a single crit.
Will your rings function when you're transformed because they're not on your fingers? I could see your...
The spell says that...
does it?
It says the DM may allow items such as the Ring of Protection to function well.
The rings are still there. Dragons can wear rings, right? So when shift shaping, the protection should follow.
All right, we're going to go to the picture of the Boulet to make some judgments about whether a Boulet can wear a finger or not. So let's look at its toesies.
It absolutely can.
Just something that I would caution Koibu here.
Hang on. I don't think it actually wears the ring. When the polymorph occurs, the caster's equipment, if any, melds into the new form.
And then I would also say, whatever ruling you make here, if Scoria is going to be a dragon when we fight her, she's not going to have any equipment bonuses then if she's shapeshifted, right? So that's, yeah.
In particularly challenging campaigns, the DM may allow protective devices such as a Ring of Protection to continue operating effectively.
I would say this is a particularly challenging campaign.
I would say too, since I'm being fucking back attacked by 7 dragons, I would say it's particularly challenging.
That is not challenging by the nature of the campaign. That's challenging because you're playing bait to 3 dragons 500 feet below the ground without thinking out your plan.
Oh, we thought it out.
I thought it out. It's just not what I expected.
That's what we wanted.
Okay. So yes, it's a miss. You've got
the
24 AC. You get 2 from cloak, 2 from ring.
So 26. So can I give me a stone skin charge back, please? Because that 34 would have been a single crit.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
But this is still a hit, so you take away that stone skin charge again.
No, this is a miss.
Missed.
It's 24. He has 26 AC. You rolled 14 and 14.
I rolled 14 and 14 is 28.
That's 28.
Okay,
yeah,
so this hits. Okay, so
it's a hit.
I'm 3 charges down.
3 charges down. All right, Nick.
Okay. I'm now within range to burst out to the surface, right?
Yes. If you win
I have
initiative,
done my spells before he bursts.
Yeah, by now you've heard it's on its way. It's
Okay. I'm gonna give the attack.
It's 3 minutes out.
I give the attack of opportunity this round. I'm going full pelt. I get a 7.
Can I do my spells before, or no?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your spells right now.
Okay, we're doing bless. Emmerich isn't gonna get this. We're doing prayer. How many rounds has he been down there? 4? How many rounds have we been climbing?
He went down. It took him 5 rounds to go down, and it's going to take him 6 rounds to come up.
So if I know the other dragons are coming, I'm going to cast this on the 4th. So 4 rounds away before he gets here, I'm casting.
Right. So, it's 5 down and 5 up, actually. It's 5 in each direction, so...
I'll cast Bless last. I'm casting Prayer, Resist Acid, and Corrosion. So that's 3 spells.
Who is the subject of Resist Acid and Corrosion?
Tyrael.
Tyrael.
I love him more than myself, yeah. And in the 4th round, which should, in my opinion, hit the dragons, depending on how the
initiative works,
is Recitation.
Can you tell me what those do
Neal.
again? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I also want to, at the end of this round, I want to shift back into me.
Sure. Well, you provoke the attack of opportunity as you break for the surface.
Yep.
The dragon scores a 24 against you, which is not going to do it. It scrapes against your boule armor. You
boule
burst, exit the surface, and transform into yourself.
Not until the end of the round.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
I
you
rolled in a
break
15 as an initiative.
surface, you can see things. Yeah, let's roll.
Do
I'm using the Azeron token, but it's a brown dragon.
Yeah, sure. Do you have what your bless and recitation, right? What are these two?
Yep. You get 4. 4 to attack. And prayer will give you 1 to damage.
Bless will give you 1 to damage.
So you're gonna have 4 to hit
Uh-huh.
and 1 to damage.
4 to hit, 1 to damage. Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Are they rolling for the next round, or are they rolling?
No,
into
this is still
round?
this round's initiative. Yeah.
Hero should get a ready to attack, yeah?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if we know where he's coming out at. Well, the hammer's
You know
going to tell
exactly
us,
where
but-
he is, yeah.
Okay. So Imric went first with the 7 this round. Yeah. Tyrael rolled in at 8. You're rolling in with a spell, right? Recitation at
Yes.
15.
15.
Okay. So you're going at the same time as Brown Dragon number 1. So Tyrael is up first. After Imric, you have what done? What is your situation here, Tyrael?
I'm just waiting above where I think they're going to come out, like stepping back so that I don't fall in, obviously. And then
And you're dual wielding weapons right now?
dual wielding, yep. Holding the hammer in my left hand and the sword in my right hand.
The Dragon Slaying Sword? Harbinger?
Correct. Harbinger, yes.
Excellent. All right. You got them both. And the hammer directs you, Tyrael. It tells you that the dragons have split up and that they are coming. One of them is coming underneath you. One of them is coming underneath Anton. The other is coming underneath the mage.
That's fine. I won't try to... Okay, I actually don't intend to try to move. I'm going to wait until it looks like... Because I imagine his goal is to just come up and eat me, is my understanding. So I'm just going to wait here, and when I feel like it's like I'll wait for the hammer to alert me to when he's right there, I'll use the boots of springing and striding to hop back and hope that I can dodge the hit. I guess.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. I should assign which ones these are. So this one is Mutin. This one is Nick. That means this one is Tyrael. So the first one to go is the one that pops up underneath Anton. And the dragon comes underneath you. You can begin to feel the ground shifting, and it starts to pull under as like a funnel appears below you. The sand draws down. You can take a couple of steps back so you don't like slip and lose your footing on the funnel. It's not that big of a deal. And that's when the dragon's mouth appears at the base of the funnel, just barely its mouth and its eyes, and it opens its maw, and it burns acid in your direction. Give me a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Okay.
Roll a 1, don't roll a 2, or don't roll a 3. Oh,
It is a
It's
success.
absolutely
You will take
good, yeah.
half damage.
wait, doesn't the oil protect us?
The oil is going to protect us from damage.
It does,
yeah.
but we're going to have to start counting oils.
Yep.
We had said it was... Do you remember what I said, how long it had been?
8 hours.
Yeah,
no,
was it
since we
2
did it.
hours that you've been searching so far?
We did it.
No,
as
we
soon
didn't
as
do it until we were
found
2 miles away, so it's probably like 20
them.
minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Okay, cool. So 7 hours and 40 minutes left. I expect each of you to track your own stuff.
Okay,
You're all
I can
math
track
capable
that.
and have calculators at hand, so, be honest. There's no
Okay.
government oversight here.
460 points.
So you will take half of this. You will take half of 39. We'll round down, so what is that, 19?
Yeah.
19
I have
damage.
441 left.
Nice.
I think we're gonna be okay, breath weapon-wise.
Yeah, the acid splashes over you. You block it with the shield. It sort of
I get my
soaks into
spell
all
off?
your stuff. You're fine. You're protected from the damage, so the spell will still go off.
Okay.
As the second dragon bursts out from underneath Imric.
Can you give -2s to all the dragons that were within 60 feet of my spell?
Yes, it will not apply to this first dragon, but it will apply to the other one. Nick, give me that saving throw versus breath weapon. Because the dragon does the same thing with you. Pops up, spews acid all over the place.
That's gonna pass with
That
the
passes
lookstone and
with
my
your
protection
+4.
items.
Yeah. So you will take half of 49. You'll
shit.
take 24
Okay.
minutes off of your potions.
Yep.
And that is when Anton, this is right as Anton's stuff is finishing, and the last dragon bursts up underneath Tyrael, who springs and strides away. But with a breath weapon, I'm not sure how that will play. Maybe we'll give you +4 on your saving throw since you were ready to bounce and jump. So give me a saving throw versus breath weapon as it at you for 53.
How many minutes do we have right now? We're taking this off of that.
20 is where we started.
So 460 is
Oh,
the damage
yeah.
that you have
Okay.
to take off of
460, gotcha. So minus half of this is 27
if you save.
or 26.
Yeah, 26.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And that is the end of this round.
Wait,
Right?
They're coming up. We should have attacks now, right? If they're breathing, then they should have come through the surface. Yeah.
They did come through the surface. You had readied a jump away. I guess that's sort of part of combat. So you can take a move and an attack.
Yeah, for sure. Or that would have been my assumption because
Yeah.
I can attack and hop back, so I should be able to hop and attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
this brown dragon in front of me. I will attack first with the sword. 31.
31 hits. It clears by 11. So you will crit, in fact. Roll me that 3d12 again. (25) and 27 is 52 damage. An insane amount of damage for a single strike.
Fucking Nick.
Yeah, Nick left again.
Right.
Holy shit, that is a lot of fucking damage in one roll.
True.
Yeah.
It is.
God damn, is it even alive?
Oh, Tyrael, you also have resist acid and corrosion on you, so you can take a fourth of whatever acid damage you got.
Oh my god, it's not gonna matter, guys.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, yeah.
It's only 6.5 off of 460. Okay.
Your sword plunges into the creature's face, ripping it and rending it. And as it does, you can feel that the blade itself is... you can't see it because it's embedded in the creature, but you can feel movement within the blade, almost as if it might be changing its shape or moving itself against your will or of its own accord, or maybe like aiming itself into a more sensitive place, but the blade is doing some of the work of directing your attack in the process. You pull it out, covered in dragon blood. The creature just had the face above the ground, so you must have like shoved it down the throat and probably pierced out the side, and it lets out like a...
Gotcha. As I do that, can I bring my hammer down for my second attack, my offhand attack?
Yes.
Oof, natural 1. It's a miss.
Natural 1, total miss. Whiffs into the dust and the dirt and the sand.
Okay. Do we get second attacks?
No reason why
yeah,
they
you get your
shouldn't,
second
really.
attack. I see
Second
no
attack is
reason.
only with main hand, not with offhand, yeah?
Correct.
22, does it hit?
22 does hit. It's a regular hit. These dragons have shit for AC. 20 points of damage will almost do it. It's down to 3 hit points. And it becomes initiative order.
So, wait, describe to me the dragon situation with regards to Imric.
A dragon burst up below you, and you sort of moved so that you wouldn't fall in the small sand pit that appeared at your feet, and then it blasted you with acid, which you mostly dodged.
Yeah.
And now it's just like a face in a hole looking up at you.
Okay, so it's not like... It's not like
It's
in
not
front of me.
emerging and crawling onto the surface.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, sorry.
Looks like-
Can I see Tyrael's dragon that he's fighting?
You
Oh, I
can see
can't see
Tyrael
it.
stabbing into the ground, but you cannot see the creature.
Okay, sorry, I changed. I'm re-rolling my. Well, I won't re-roll it. I'll just take the roll of 5. Hang on.
Sure.
I'm gonna use my bow instead.
Wait, does prayer give me?
You
Sorry,
Gives
Speed
you an
on
extra
a bow,
1 to
Neal?
damage.
one to
so
damage.
the-
Oh, yep. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yep. It is.
Speed on a bow is 7, Neal. Is that right?
what type of arrow are you using? No, that doesn't matter. What type of? This is a longbow, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Bow long, weapon speed 5.
Oh, cool. And I could shoot it with a bow, right, from here.
Yeah, it's in the ground.
Okay, so I get a 10. It's a 10. I already rolled 5. There you go.
Okay. So, Tyrael, you're first. The dragon is practically mortally wounded in front of you. You have 2 attacks. It is clearly trying to dig its head back into the ground and
It's not
escape.
gonna matter, but Tyrael didn't update his thing. He should be at a 15.
15 on
Oh yeah.
initiative.
Oh, sorry. I thought it. I don't know why I didn't update. Yeah. Okay.
Then we will go. Anton, you're first.
I'm gonna
you've been
attack my
belched
dragon,
on.
I guess. I'm also gonna use a 4th level spell for smite. Goodbye.
Plus 4 to hit, plus 4 to damage.
Yeah. So here is it
Yes.
without the plus 4 to hit.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Roll all the dice you can find at the
1,
table,
2,
essentially.
3.
Yeah, and we'll
And then
subtract
add
6
4 to
from
that.
this. Oh, wow. Okay, so
That's not even
16
with the
plus
plus
20
4.
plus 20. Oops.
Plus 22.
16 plus 20 plus 22 plus 4 minus the 6 because you don't include the
58
magic
damage?
damage twice.
No. 56
I'm counting
damage?
56.
Does the plus 4 only add once, I would assume?
The plus 4 only adds once, and the plus 3 for magic only adds once.
Yeah, 56 damage.
Ooh.
Oh, and then, sorry, it's an additional 1 damage from prayer.
Right,
So
57
sorry.
damage.
Almost killing it. Your blade vibrates in your hand, and it starts to like sing. You know when you rub the top of a wine glass and it sort of like resonates with itself and harmonizes and
Yeah.
like gets that sort of noise. The tip of your spear is doing one of those resonation things as it plunges in and out of this beast. Imric.
I'm also gonna shield punch it.
Oh, yeah, it's in the ground. You
Going
can't shield punch something that's like
Okay,
semi-buried. Yeah.
Okay, got recitation, braces of archery. 25?
25's a hit, not a crit.
Oh, it does 3d6. Let me remember the 2d6 and top of that. Sorry, I need to change that to 3d6.
Sure.
11.
11 damage. You shoot the dragon in its snout. Its nose crinkles before you. Tyrael takes a turn. 2 attacks, Tyrael.
Can I attack with my offhand first?
Yeah.
Okay. I will attack with my offhand. 21.
You will strike the dragon on the face before it manages to get anywhere, caving in its skull, and the brown dragon ceases its movements.
I don't know how far away we are
Surprise.
all from each other, but can I hop to this guy?
With your boots of string and spriting, I think you should easily be able to hop over the difficult sandy terrain. Your ring of free action prevents you from being fucked by it, and you arrive next to Anton's dragon.
Gotcha. Is this one above the surface as well?
They're all like buried in the sand, breathing acid. So you have to be stabbing down into these like conical pits.
Gotcha. Yeah, if I do Cloak of the Cheetah with the Boots of Spring and Striding into the air, can I get like a +4 to hit if I go up and then come down on something?
You want to dragoon them? I love
Sure.
that idea.
Okay. I
Yeah.
want to try to hit this one then, because this one you should be able to kill this, right? Or
I
do you
should
think-
be able to kill it when it
Yeah.
tries to run. I
Yeah.
should be.
Okay, yep. All right, I'm going to try this one then that's healthier, okay? So I get a +4 to
Okay.
hit.
Yeah.
All right, I come through the air. 24. Not a good roll, but...
24.
Plus 4.
24 is enough to hit the dragon, though.
Okay.
They only have 19 AC, these weak brown dragons.
24 damage.
Yes, bring me their blood, calls the sword in your hand. Slay them, get their treasure, bring them out from the ground, eradicate their existence. Anton, your dragon will take its turn and it will disengage. And a disengage in this situation is the dragon essentially like using its claws to shove sand and dirt up in your face, so like blocking your view as it scurries backwards and then turns and flips and crawls deep into the earth, disappearing from view. The other one will do the same thing, throwing sand and dirt up towards your faces as it burrows its way back down into the earth. You've killed one of the three. Well, now you've killed two of the four, actually. The other two have retreated, seeing what you're capable of, seeing this prodigious output of damage, and most likely recognizing you for the things that slew its sibling. Maybe not in physical appearance, but certainly in dragon slaying prowess. These creatures are aware something terrible awaits them on the surface, and they dig deep.
Yeah, well, joke's on them, because I think I can teleport us into their lair given enough time. Or... how could we do this?
We'll get them next week, right? I think Steve's got a debate or some shit.
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to think like
Yeah,
how we
pretty
can
close,
get to them, but I'll think of something.
Well then, that sounds like next week's plan. Dragon slaying going really well so far. All of your dragon slaying weapons are speaking now. They're clamoring loudly in your ears, talking about the glory you're gonna find. You just haven't killed one dragon now. You're gonna kill 3 more. And these heads you can drag back, and imagine having 3 dragon heads of the exact same color, mounted one on either side of the door, and then maybe one even as a door knocker on your front door, something like that. They start talking about all the great things that you could do with these, the ways you could display them, the precious bits of dragons that spellcasters might want. Nick, your bow is telling you this. There's that airship up there. These dragons are filled with components that airship would want. The glory it would bring you to spread the word of the dragon slaying, and how it might drive the others away from this continent, and that would give you the opportunity to pursue them, to chase them over the high seas. And maybe one day, you great dragon slayers who are so well armed and so well equipped might even make it to the dragon homeworld, where they have huge nests. And the treasures there, no one even knows what those treasures are. But first we'll kill these ones on this land. Then we'll follow the ones that flee into the sea. Then we'll go back and get that black one in the swamp. And then we'll go to the dragon's homeworld and we'll kill them one at a time. They're extremely excited for what is to come. They are your greatest cheerleaders. And
so I've spent like a month trying to get this thing to talk to me, and that word shut up.
Now it's just like, we got this, buddy. I am 100% behind your back. That was an amazing shot. It's buried in the sand, so it's so hard to get, but you did it. You got it. Let's do it again.
We got it.
Let's get it again and again and again.
We'll get down there somehow.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Bag a holding trick or something. One in
We'll
the
work
mouth
something out.
We'll work something out, yeah.
Well, you'll take some time to sort out your plan, and we will come back next week and figure out how it is enacted.
Sounds
All right.
good. I have 2 questions from Patreon. The first, for the moot, how has your 18 wisdom affected your roleplay of Anton so far? Is he more farsighted?
I never
Or
try
wait,
to roll.
maybe the greater connection with Valthara is making him more kooky, or greater ambitions for the throne. That's what it was.
It's really hard to play like an 18 in any stat. So I usually just will wait for Koibu to be like, oh, your character might think better about X thing. I don't think you can play like an 18 int or an 18 wisdom Gandhi-esque figure. So I usually just let the DM interject every once in a while. But I think the 18 wisdom allows him to talk to his god more. So,
And it's hard to judge how lenient things are, but with your 18 wisdom, I've been trying to be like, yeah, that's fine. I know you said it like 3 days after it happened, but that makes sense that you would have done that stuff. Yeah. So I try to be a little bit more forgiving on I would have cast this spell, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, 18 wisdom, you can do whatever.
That makes sense.
A lot easier to play like 6 Lenny, right, Lucas?
Jesus.
Way easier.
Christ.
I just watch your stream and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how it should act.
Good one. Good one.
The question for Koibu mostly, or everyone. I have no D&D experience, though I have seen every episode of Koibu's D&D campaigns. Since Hardcore Heroes and Tombs of Scoria are my favorite, now I only want to play 2E. Hold on, fuck. It's so hard to scroll through this. Okay, Jesus. Okay. Since Hardcore Heroes and Tombs of Scoria are my favorite, and now I only want to play 2E, how would someone like me get started in actually playing D&D? Does Koibu do campaigns with randoms?
So I used to do a show called Shenanigans, which was pay to play. You just sign up at a Patreon tier, and then anyone can come in and do it. But that stopped earlier this year. So right now, there's not much in the way of playing with randoms at all.
Best way would be the Deadly Dungeons that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5e though.
Stuff.
That's 5e, and that's with Apollo as the DM. But soon TM, we will do Fatal 1, 2, or 2 Fatal. 2 Fatal, 2 Lethal, and that's a dungeon crawl that's built for the community to come and play. So each week a different team would arrive and fight their way through as the dungeon, see if they can complete it, and then the next team would take what the first team has learned or what the previous teams had learned and try it again. There was a Fatal 1 dungeon that we did a while ago, super fun. This will be the successor to it, and that'll be sometime this summer, maybe this fall. Fingers crossed.
I actually do run a one-shot every now and again for tier 3 subs, so I'm not a great DM like Neal, but if you really want to play 2E, you can try that.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Well, what are you doing next, Nick?
We've got Tied to Death on Tuesday. You know, all the VODs for the previous episodes are on my YouTube channel very quickly. Some have said, you know, it'd be better if I put the Tombs of Scoria VODs on my channel, at least then they'd be up in time. But other than that, you know, just streaming, playing D&D. That's about it, really.
Lucas.
Wednesday,
Twitch...
sorry, not Tuesday. Wednesday.
Oh, go ahead.
Nice job.
Oh, yeah, it is on Wednesday this week.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/MrMouton. I will be streaming the E3 shit tomorrow at some point, and Binding of Isaac. MoutonMerch.com. Buy my merch. It supports me. It's PogChamp. Good.
All right, and Koibu.
You guys can find me on twitch.tv/Koibu. Tomorrow, I haven't really announced this yet, but we're going to do it.
Shit.
We're going to do some sort of story time where we're going to go through the Robert Fagel's translation of the Iliad. And I think we're just going to do a couple hours of story time every Friday, maybe, and make our way through the Iliad and the Odyssey. And if it goes well, the Aeneid. You know, I don't know how long this is all going to take.
That is some highbrow Twitch content right there.
Yeah, but then we can also stop and like talk about these things and be like, hey, so we're talking about Troy. Where was historical Troy? Okay, what period of time was this? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, now we're at King Agamemnon. Well, where's King Agamemnon? Well, let's talk about whatever. I don't remember where he's from, but let's talk about Corinth for a little bit and maybe do a little bit of historical digging in addition to some, you know, classic literature from 3,000 years ago? 28? I don't know how old this is.
Okay, well,
That's it.
My name is Destiny. Obviously, you can find me at my Twitch stream. I am doing a debate after this. If you are looking for the VODs for this, they're still posted on the channel on that same playlist. I don't think they show up like listed on the channel, so you just have to click the playlist, and it should be in the last one that you should be uploaded all the time. Koibu, do you know who the Scourge of God is? Conqueror from 500s AD or the 5th century. 400s
I know.
AD. Shut up, Mooten. No one cares.
I can't tell if you're about to troll me with like these nuts again,
no,
or
their nickname was the Scourge of God.
No, tell me about the Scourge of God.
It was Attila the Hun. I was just curious if you knew that. I didn't know that, but
no, I didn't know that.
I missed that question on a quiz show.
Sacker of Rome.
Well, okay, yep. I'll be doing a debate on abortion in 20 minutes, so I love you guys. Be careful.
Good episode.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everyone.
We'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Yo.